it's a run at number one.
Why this nigga get a screensaver with an AK?
That's my album cover.
Hey, look.
Yeah, his run is impressive because it's a run at number one. It's the difference to being around a long time.
I don't know. You know what I mean? It was just subliminally trying to say, "Hey, man, I done went from the streets to preaching to
Man, you back up here with the chopper.
Oh my goodness, man, listen. I done had my days. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Woof, it was a fun day.
Baby.
I can tell by the way you said, "Woo." It was a lot of fun.
Oh, bro, hey.
Man, you just don't know. How long you been in Pensacola?
My whole life.
Your whole life. So you used to come to the club, huh?
Hmm?
So you used to come to the Foxtrot?
Nah.
She too young.
How old are you?
36.
Yeah.
Oh, you was a baby.
Yeah, she too young for the
I ain't even go out till I was 22. So.
Oh, you was a baby. So you used to come to 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just sneaking now.
Yeah.
Off the top, I
act like I ain't speak Spanish. I know English, and they believed it.
No
like,
English.
Yeah.
Was Bone one of the ones slid in there?
No.
Nah, I ain't know her back then.
Yeah,
Well, I knew her, but didn't know her. What you
Man,
on about? What happened?
I'm talking about hey.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all, man. Listen. Once we get used to this routine, that pedal back going, I got to stay on that motherfucker, boy. This shit like once you get off the bike, it ain't like just coming back.
You wobbling right now?
Man, because you just got to get used to it. You know, the energy to come in and start talking, the knowing what you want to do, kind of you getting familiar with the conversation. When you talk to somebody every week, you start to learn where the conversation going. You know what I mean? I used to know how he was going to respond, or know how you going to handle something, or know what's going to spark you, and when you going to over talk. And now it's just like, all right, cool. I don't really know what's going on.
With new people, you don't know what the hell going to happen.
Like you don't know. Hell, I don't even know what my vibe is no more. Look, phone's still on and all kind of random shit though.
Hey man, the only way to get back in rhythm though is to get back on the bike though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Like going to the gym.
So hey, I got a question out the gate then. Cool. Random question, ain't got nothing to do with no topic or no shit like this. I want to know if this manly, we rolling. If this manly or not manly. I be wanting to know, check myself in my opinions nowadays, right? Let's say I own a home, right?
Yeah.
I own this home and I meet this woman who got some kids and I fall in love with her and I move the kids in, like these young kids, like let's say 3, 5, 7, in that range, right? Date this woman for about 5, 6 years. This is a real relationship. Everybody live together. Kids get on the bus from this house, and this is a family house. We do Christmas and everything in this house, right? Now let's say I get fed up with this woman for some reason. I'm really done. I'm worn out. I'm over this shit at this point, right? Do I got to get out, or do she got to get out?
You moved her in your house?
Yeah.
What did she do? Has she done anything? You just over her?
Well, you can. It's a hypothetical, so you can give her whatever reason. I'm just want out.
But you got to give me a reason for me to have.
I feel like she don't treat me well. She don't do nothing for me. I done came in. I took care of your kids. I brung you in the house. I moved you in. You don't really pay no rent. I take care of everything, and I just feel like as a woman, you don't really do your job. Whether it's sexually, make me feel a certain way, bring peace to my life. I just want out. This ain't for me.
She got to get out, but you got to get her a place. You got to start off.
I got to have 2 rents now.
You don't have to maintain it, right. But you have to initially get her a place. You feel me? Just like if I buy a woman a car, and I feel like, all right, let's say it's an expensive car.
Right.
You feel me? And we getting ready to part ways, and like this is our relationship car. Don't get it twisted. This ain't, you feel me? We together. Right. This everything is ours. You feel me?
Yeah.
I bought this for you, right? Got you a fucking 2022 Benz, right? And when we get ready to part ways, you feel me? I want the Benz back, but I'm gonna buy you a Honda. You feel me? I'm gonna get you a Honda, but you can't keep this. You feel me? I'm gonna get you some wheels, just not these wheels.
But she not gonna willingly want that Honda. I'm not gonna just be like, here, let's trade.
Or I can take this and you don't take no car.
Huh?
You can walk away. You can ride
choose.
off in the Honda, or you can walk away.
I mean, I could take this motherfucker and not give you the keys back. I can go park it behind somebody. You know, we do the
what I'm saying,
repo, man.
you can take it all together if you want to.
Right.
You can be. You can
file some charges.
Yeah, you can be a dick and say you don't want no car from me. All right, we'll walk.
So are you saying this? What a lady you met and y'all been together? What, a couple years?
You said
6, 7 years. Yeah, and I moved them in my place. Her and her children. Yeah. Children got a room. They went from car beds to regular beds. It's their room. Yeah, like this a family house.
Yeah. You got to get them folks a place.
And so now
you got to give them, and you got to get them a decent place. You can't just give them no bull. You got to get a place, because it's just like when you break up with your spouse. You feel me? They make you pay child support to basically maintain the certain a standard of living that they're used to or comfortable with.
Right.
So once you expose somebody to something, I say all the time that sometimes you can take somebody out of a situation, make their life better, expose them to some shit they're not used to,
Right.
and leave them, and that's unfair to them because they were fine right where they were. You expose them to some better shit that they can't maintain, and you just leave them out there. You feel me? You just leave me where I'm at, bro. Don't come make me better and then leave me out here to fend for myself. It's like me taking you out to California, right? I move you out there to meet Hollywood Hills. You feel me? I expose you to a life. We hanging out with Drake and all these other motherfuckers, right?
Right.
And we not friends no more. I decide, you know what, bro? I'm sick of you. You feel me?
Right.
And I send you back to Pensacola.
But that's just how it go. I
But
can't be outside Drake house like, remember me?
Right, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, coming back to Pensacola is going to be the hardest thing you ever did. When you were just fine before I took you to Hollywood.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just like once you expose somebody to something of a certain caliber, and you're the reason you took them out of their space.
I get what you're saying.
So I think that's why I asked you what she did, what she
Right.
doing wrong, because that matters.
No, I'm just
and if
saying,
she ain't did nothing wrong,
What if she cheated on me?
yeah, she got to go. And you don't get no house.
But the kids ain't cheat on me though.
Huh?
The kids ain't do nothing.
But they're your kids. You should have thought about that before you cheated on me.
So it depends on what she did. That's how y'all. I mean,
Yeah, it depends on what she did. Now,
What's
if you
y'all
just sick
opinion?
of
Let
it,
me hear what you-
if you just sick of her and she ain't did nothing,
Right.
You feel me?
But that's
you need to
doing
move.
something.
You need
She
to go
ain't
get your
doing-
little 1 bedroom, and then you need to let them have that.
what you got? Let me hear your
Man.
opinion first.
Well, mine is going to depend on the situation and why we grew apart. As you say, there are many ways, this thing can end. The reason we're splitting up because you cheated.
Right.
Now, so the options is very, very few. Your options is very
Slim.
Your options is, do you need a ride?
And where am I taking you?
But it's kids involved. But it's kids involved in this
But you
situation.
gotta
Kids can stay.
understand. Look, this is what don't let nobody play you with that.
Yeah.
This is what I've always understood. Just like a child has two grandmamas, two grandfathers, a lot of times two uncles,
They need-
multiple uncles,
Right.
on both sides of the family. Now we need to get somebody involved.
Right.
Now I have a daughter, and I believe her and her baby daddy, they're in a good space, because both families are involved. You know what I mean? Even though they're not together, both families are involved. And so the same way, if we're going to do this for the children, then what we need to do, we need to concentrate our energy to making sure, there's some stabilization when both families, even if the whole family ain't good, we know, you can't force it, but look, we ain't working out. This is talking sensible. We ain't talking about no hood relationship now. That's a whole different story. When we talk about somebody that got some sense. So even if I'm finna pay, if we break up on a good note and I'm finna pay a bill, that means you got to have some sense, because I'm damn sure ain't finna pay damn bill for no food. So you understand what I'm saying? So if we got some sense, let's approach this thing just for the children's sake. Make sure the children are stabilized, but you got to go.
But listen, that's cool. But when I approach this situation and I sit down with her and say, listen, I can't do this no more. I'm ready to go. And they know it's a wrap for me. We no need to even talk this out. Do I need to put her on a timetable, or do I need to leave them this place? That's all I want to know. Do I need to put them, hey, you got 30 days, or do I need to go find somewhere to stay?
So
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm a woman with kids that age range. 10, 7, 3. So, like, if I was to date somebody, it's that age range, whatever. But, like, if somebody came to me and told me they just ready to go, yes, put me on a time schedule. First of all, only because if I've been with a man that long, I probably haven't been having that many financial responsibilities. So
So you should
give
have
me a
something
limit.
saved up.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah.
Just like if you give me like you got 30 days, that's for me. That's gonna put something under me to be like, all right, bet. Now, for me personally, if somebody tell me that, I'm gonna want to go today.
Yeah,
And I don't need your help.
that's
I'm gonna
what
call my daddy.
I'm thinking like,
If I worst come to worst, I'm gonna call my daddy.
Yeah, you
Because
make
if I
the
know,
point.
I know you don't even want my energy around you, that's gonna hurt me more than.
that's the thing.
I'm gonna feel sad every time I see that you really hate my guts and want me to leave. I'd just rather go.
I've actually been in a
looking for the
situation like
sunrise.
that. No kids involved though, but it was just like when it was over, just because I rock with you like that outside of our situation, like just because like I care about you, I just don't want to be with you. Almost a situation where like shit, just take the space. I'll move out for a little bit.
Right.
You can maintain the space until you find somewhere else. And when you find somewhere else, I'm gonna move back in my shit.
So,
and you're going about your business.
One thing though, I feel, and people probably gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But I don't think all women do this. But some women would take advantage of that and
Nah, but
just chill the fuck out
That's
for
how.
a long
But that's
ass
how I would
time.
feel.
No,
I
but
wouldn't
what-
trust her to
no,
get
but
out
what
in
I'm
the
telling
time.
I wouldn't trust myself
But
to
my
get the
thing
fuck
is-
out if you left and let me still.
Yeah, but if you still on the time,
I'll wait
you
till the
time- you on
last
time
week.
frame.
What's your time period?
No, I gave a year.
You get, oh, that's
Damn.
I gave
Oh,
a year.
shit.
I gave a year.
That's gravy.
I gave a year.
I'll be like, thank you.
But
yeah.
but like
You
I
ain't
say,
fucking that year?
like no. But I
This is
I
your
gave a year.
child's
and-
mom. Was this your
You gotta
child's
place
mom?
No.
Nah, I don't want to go into details like that. But
You got a place in
yeah, but I did it.
Yeah.
If I pay your rent for a yum
You
hit
get
once.
place, yeah.
it's-
Yeah, no, I didn't, and it was more so of a thing because, like I say, we've been together. We have been together so long that I've exposed you to a certain type of living. So it's just like you got a year to figure this shit out, how to maintain that for you. You feel me? It's almost like I'm gonna let you drive this car until you save up
Yeah.
enough to get one like it.
I get why
Okay.
you would do it. I just know that I could, especially if I
You was
had
in the
no
position to
kids,
do it and you done it.
and I was with you like that, and you do that. That means I know you still care a
No,
little.
no.
I feel like most women would
I
feel
would
like you
take,
still
I
care.
would take
Just
advantage.
honorable. That's
I ain't
just
gonna
honorable
care.
being
But,
honorable.
but most
It's a
women
decision to
would
do it.
feel
I would
like
take
this
my
man still
time.
cares.
But see,
And I would
this where you
think that
fuck up.
in that
Right.
year you
Okay.
might still fuck with me, and then
Nah,
if you
but
do,
if I'm not fucking you, and this is the thing.
Yeah,
though.
now if you not, then I'm be
you
like,
got-
okay,
you
this
got
nigga
the
really
spot
hate
now,
me.
right?
Right.
And I done gave you a fair warning,
Right.
and you been here a year. So when I come with the motherfucking
Eviction notice,
the
you
eviction
would've
notice,
found-
I ain't got no sympathy at this point because I did what I was supposed to do. I do the same thing for my homies.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, bro, hey, I ain't got nothing, bro. Hey, bro, I'm gonna put you on a little business plan to help you
Yeah.
get on your feet. If you fuck it up, it's on you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
I
I did what I
mean,
was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's why I always loan people. I do shit like loan a motherfucker way more money than they can pay back.
What?
You ain't never gonna ask me for shit again.
Right.
Because if I keep getting you this dub, you feel me? You might
Right,
get
you
that
gonna
back.
keep coming back
and
to
you
me,
gonna
yeah.
keep coming back to me. Nah, bitch, you want 20? All right, here's 250.
Yeah.
I know you'll never pay that back.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
just bought you
Well,
off.
he my
Yeah.
nigga. Though. He
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get-
yeah, you'll
He
never.
gonna, he gonna
You
stop.
bought your distance.
Yeah, he gonna stop coming around you. a
You
little
gonna,
bit,
hell yeah. You ain't gonna bother me no more. And
I
if you do,
mean-
you gonna ask the nigga next to me on the low. You ain't gonna ask him around me.
Quintessentially, that makes sense, and that's what you would think a logical thing would be to do. But as an emotional responder, I just know that I would probably be irresponsible and wait to the very last moment. And
And you're gonna be irresponsible and homeless.
yeah, but
you're
not
going
really,
outside.
because
But you
I'll
ain't-
have somewhere to go.
If you pay her bills for a year, you gonna make a home.
No, I paid my bills for a year, and I just
And
let
then
you
you
stay
just
in the
lo-
space.
yeah, you
while I
floated
fucking
there.
floated around and went wherever I wanted to go.
I don't think that I could ever, under any circumstances, especially if I had this
Yours
before.
on the conditions you already said.
But
You
your
But no,
condition-
but,
Yeah.
no,
don't
listen,
touch
Yeah.
but if I had this, well, everything I do is conditional. Except, but the stuff that I do, I can love
But you
unconditional.
said, does it
there's
make you a
conditional.
man or not?
No, I
right?
just be wanting to know, am I doing, like, what is the, as you mature, I try to make more, I already got a lot of dark shit going on. That's a whole nother side of me that people don't understand. But when I am thinking sensibly, I try to make logical decisions. So I just heard this scenario and was like, okay, what's the man move to make? And to be honest, I don't ever see myself walking out of my own home.
Right.
Under any circumstance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if she know, but this house belongs to me.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
agree.
feel me? So no matter what happened, like, I can go to a hotel for a night. I can give you a space for a night. But tomorrow,
You guys to get your shit.
I need to
together.
see some bags packed in this. Like, I can't do nothing for you. It's my house.
I'll just call my daddy.
Look.
What am I supposed to do? Drive, like, I can't see myself sleeping in a twin size bed while you laying in my house to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
I already don't fuck with you. It's the reason why I'm out of here. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, oh, you got to do something. I'm just not that kind of guy.
Yeah, I'd have to
say
go,
this.
though, the
Me and
energy.
my ex-wife, we had a disagreement one evening. Now, mind you, she has 2 children, and we had a disagreement. We had a fight one evening some years back, and the police was called because it just kind of got out of hand, and so there was some physicality, and so the police was called, and the I'm trying to kick him out. I moved him in. I'm trying to put him out. I'm hot. I ain't trying to hear.
You had to give him
Baby's
Very
everybody
cool.
going outside.
Oh, they got a vehicle. Look, I'm a
You have transportation. Yeah.
To get on.
You got the car.
Hey, look here, man. I tell you, I don't say it's right, but look here, man. I did my darnest to try to get them folks up out that house. You know, the police
She
told
must
me.
hit you
Can't go
hard.
nowhere. They ain't got to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Asked me to go find a place. Oh, you got to be out your mind. You know what I did?
If you want
I
her
went in
and
my
the kids out,
bedroom and locked the door.
Now, she punched you unexpectedly, didn't it? You unexpected
No,
mid conversation.
no.
Oh.
What happened? Her? No. She, man. Look,
Is that right?
the
Sometimes you gotta
daughter,
beat 'em.
man.
I'm
No,
just-
Troy,
I'm
you
just-
got to know, nigga. You better know. You better pull up my resume. Hey, check this out. That
My
ain't
dog
gonna
said
happen.
hit back.
That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, we're gonna beat that out there.
Hey, but
We not though. I'm just saying.
but
They gonna never beat nothing out.
Yeah, it's
man.
okay.
Yeah, but her child, her oldest child, you know what I mean, kind of got feeling, you know, I'm not gonna hit no kid, and so the best thing.
Shit,
to
me,
do
I
is-
might not hit my
No,
woman,
right,
but I'll
no,
beat your
right,
kid
no.
ass. A boy kid, you might square with your son so bad, but
How he got to get squared up with?
14,
You square up with a 14-year-old?
mean,
Sling him all around the house.
and still her the whole time while I'm whooping.
12. Look. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, not even to get off the subject, but brother, you know, before there was a time in my life. Let me just put it this way: there was a time in my life, man, that everybody is a victim. If you was my enemy,
Yeah,
and I ain't have many, but if you was my enemy, everybody.
well, you gotta
Look
tell
like
me.
you. I'm talking. No.
I believe you.
I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, you got an odd number of goals
From
in your mouth. I
newborn-
know you ain't bullshit. When the nigga say give me 3, now I know what time it is. You nigga gonna go there and get 5 goals. Oh, that nigga crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't even be. If I start arguing with a nigga and that nigga gonna fight.
I'm finna beat my motherfucking
Nah, he
ass.
finna shoot something. He don't beat nothing. That nigga got 5 on him. Yeah, I ain't scared of them nigga with the.
Hey,
Yeah,
that nigga was, hey, bro.
I ain't
Swear,
scared of
bro.
them. What?
Hey, the most dangerous
Oh my goodness.
Negro you gonna ever meet is because he unpredictable.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
He type nigga you be riding with him,
That's
and
unpredictable.
y'all think y'all just going somewhere, and he going to commit a whole murder, and you don't even know what's going
Fact.
on.
But you supposed to know
Man,
it's
man, he
it's
he just
signs,
shooting
but-
out the window. You wasn't like, bro, what the hell going on,
There
bro?
was
No.
a time in my life, man.
Yeah.
Look, I walk past you and shoot you. And when I know put the gun on my pocket, I shoot you right through the pocket.
I believe you.
Jacket pocket. I won't even you won't even know. And then I run with the crowd.
Yeah, listen. And the witness be like, I ain't seen nothing but a nigga with 3 goals. That's all. I'm telling you. I ain't scared of them niggas with 4, 6, 12. I'm good. Y'all niggas ain't trying to do nothing. Yeah.
you
If a
for
nigga
real.
come to Dennis and give you 3,
He said, I know you see it. He said, you
And
know,
the one of them on the front too.
oh yeah. The worst niggas with a disco. A nigga get 1, don't even fuck with him.
On the big two.
Yeah, don't even fuck with him. Just let him have it, brother. That shit is not worth it.
You
Oh,
funny.
man.
That's just little shit I learned. But hey,
You
listen.
ain't talking about the teeth I'm missing.
No, I'm talking about the head all good. Yeah, them show war signs too. I fuck with you already.
They don't want no smoke.
No, I don't want no smoke. I believe all your stories. You can tell me anything right
You know
now.
when the nigga gonna be a pastor here, and shit was real.
Yeah,
Yeah, he a
absolutely.
pastor now.
He had to bring some people to God for his sins. My God, I'm gonna bring some people with him.
Anything he do ain't gonna be enough.
Exactly. It's for the souls I took.
I'm
dog.
looking for confessions today. We're looking for confessions.
Man, my dog said he gonna shoot through the pocket. I ain't heard motherfucker say that ever.
Now that's a
Yeah.
quick draw.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's like old as
That's real.
hell.
Look,
Man.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen though. Welcome back. I know we rusty. I know we've been gone. I guess this is our Christmas episode. Christmas is coming up. Merry motherfucking Christmas tree to everybody. We have been gone for some time now, so we shaking off the rust, getting back into it. But you should know, you crazy girl. You should know what you're watching by now. This is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I'm Adam 12 Taylor. Here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc. and the talented hairstylist Tania Greedy Monroe. Bone, introduce your guest. So I don't be knowing.
This is my OG, man, Rip, man. Back when I was signed to Bodyhead, I think I signed to Bodyhead in like 2005, and Rip was the what year was that? I signed
Right,
yeah,
03.
2003. Yeah, 2003, 2004 is when I signed to Bodyhead, and it was the road manager, the bodyguard, the driver, the fucking assistant, the A&R, everything. You feel me?
So I can blame you a little bit for letting Roy rap. It's some of your fault. I've been trying to figure. I've been pointing out. I blame him too. He got some of the blame
I ain't
too.
got nothing to do with
Nah, I know you was in the studio nodding your head one time you weren't supposed
Nah,
to be.
yeah, I would never.
So you ain't
yeah.
never nodded your head to Roy. So y'all wanna have a real conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have a real conversation.
Oh shit.
So y'all ain't never been in the studio with Roy and nodding your head, knowing he was fucking that song up?
I was Mr. Irrelevant, so I ain't really have. I wasn't really never. You feel me? I was around the sessions, but if I did nod my head, nobody even noticed, so I ain't have to nod my head. My actions went unnoticed. You feel me? I wasn't even gonna get no credit for nodding my head, so I ain't need to.
Different. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I got
There's a difference. You know what I mean? Is Roy a lyricist? No, he's not a lyricist. Can he make a song?
No. I'm not gonna let you do it. And I hope you don't got no gun in your pocket. But if I got to die by saying Roy made a song, you might go take me now. They're gonna
shoot him through the
Go shoot me now. I can't lie. And I love Roy. Can he box? You goddamn right. Can he make music? Hell no.
He said,
Man, that nigga Roy said hot damn food.
You always place the right people around you.
Yes.
And I can tell you, look, me and Magic, we was on after I come off the promotion thing for that Bodyhead album, me and Magic was in Atlanta at the Zone. We spent a month at the Zone in Atlanta. It's a recording studio. Man, I tell you, they can do some very, very nice things, you know, with voiceovers and cutting it down and making masters.
Yeah.
And I know Roy is not the most lyrically gifted person. You know, he has some writers here or there, you know what I mean? But he was all right.
That man Magic so slick. He the only motherfucker I know that could finesse Roy in the pan for a month of studio time. This nigga probably living in the studio.
Yeah, we lived in it.
Man, that was a
in the Zone.
Listen, bro, when I tell you a smart dude, bro.
Magic.
What?
But that was Universal.
Slick, smart, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Man, brilliant,
was
bro.
Universal, though.
Brilliant. I learned so much from that dude, bro.
All that.
R.I.P. Magic, man. But
we did the promotional tour on that album. What's my man's name? The promotional team we hired out of New Orleans.
that was Von and
not Von and
Mill.
That was chopping them.
Yeah, that was chopping the people.
We put them on. We hired them at the label for a short period of time, but the Puerto Rican guy, him and Vinny, I was on the road with them for about a month and a half. That's when we went from California to New York and all. That's when we went to. Part of our thing was when we went to New York. We went to the Universal Studios, and I think they was on the 34th, you know. And when we got there, they wanted to promote the Mike Jones. You know what I mean? We had the Can't Be Touched, but we had the I Smoke, I Drink out. And we went there to link up with them for our promotion part up there. When we got there, man, and got up on that upstairs, you know, they wouldn't let but a few. You had to go through security. I mean, the whole Universal was pumping that the Mike Jones and
the compilation song almost, yeah.
With the Perry on,
yeah.
Man, and the only reason that's what they wanted to push, and that's what Universal wanted to push. We had a split deal with them, you know what I mean? Where
was Lil Flip was on that song too, wasn't it?
It was
Perry on,
with
Perry
on,
Mike
Lil
Jones,
Flip, and Lil Flip. And the reason that we didn't go with it because we had radio. You know what I mean? They paid a certain amount. You know what I mean? You pay for radio, so we had a split deal that they'll pay radio, but we have to do the promotion part of the stuff instead of just cutting the deal. Just let them do what they do. You know, he got talked into that. He got talked into. That's how it Can't Be Touched. Which was the second one because everybody talking about.
And that was the worst. It was his biggest song, but it was the worst decision for the label.
Decision, man, because he wasn't on that Mike Jones song. Is the reason that again, man. Look, if they would have did, Mike Jones was hot at the time. Look, Flip was hot at the time.
If they take that record, Bodyhead still is one of the most popular labels in the country right now. I'm gonna tell you, bro. At the time, Bodyhead had every hot rapper in the country trying to work with them. Juvenile, Lil Flip. Like, bro, I'm in the studio every night with Petey Pablo and Petey Pablo at his peak. These my partners, Scarface. Everybody, bro.
Behind this, my loyalty. You know what I mean? You know how much I was. You know, I was like the one cutting a lot of this. Man, you know how many people I had to battle away because of my loyalty? Like, because I know they didn't. Like, he ain't finna deal with it. They ain't want to deal with it. They ain't finna hear it. You know what I mean? I was just straight up and down, man. I'm tell you, like, nigga, it ain't finna happen. Like,
so y'all saying y'all had a hit record that the compilation song, right? But y'all went with the one that Roy was on.
Yeah.
He
Right.
called.
Roy went with the one
Roy
before.
Roy was
went
his call?
with it.
Yeah, it was his call.
we had a split deal with Universal. We had the promotional part of it.
Right.
You know, because I always bumped head. You know me, I was a nigga they love to hate. But I'm going, man, I ain't thinking about what y'all talking about. This is the way to go. Just because
Right.
me and Magic was close.
Yeah, you
And
were
so
the only one that wasn't scared to tell
Right.
Roy what was best.
So Magic was always me and Magic. He telling Shaggy this and that. So I'm like, and see, Magic, he a finesser, so he finessed, but I ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I'm
Magic
going
was
to
the
tell
star.
Shante and them, yeah, like,
Magic
man,
was the star on Can't Be
this, and they ain't
Touched.
trying to
So
hit.
that's why Magic wanted Roy to push Can't Be Touched, because Roy wasn't on the song that they was pushing. I mean, Magic wasn't on the song that they was pushing next.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, the worst thing they could have did was put Roy on the last verse of that I Smoke I Drink, because it gave him a taste of being a rapper. You feel me? Because anytime we did a show, bro, and his verse came on, you believe it or not, that was the verse that everybody sung along with, was his.
Because it was Roy Jones.
It was just because it was so simple and it was short.
Right.
You know, like when you listen to music, like if you write a short verse,
Right.
I'll replay that shit over and over again. Cause it ain't much to list. Like it's like you
What
feel
I
me?
won't let you do is lie. Nobody replayed that.
Man, listen, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Nobody ran that back as in like, listen, maybe I listened to the song twice. That's
Yeah.
possible. I like the song. I listened to it 2 times.
Yeah.
It was Boosie's song.
Nobody got to his
Yeah.
song and rewind and like, I got to run that Roy part.
No,
back.
no. What I'm telling you,
Roy
is
gonna
that-
beat my ass
no,
one day.
What I'm telling you, I'm not saying they ran
I
it
know
back.
it's
What
coming.
I'm saying is that was the most
Yeah.
popular part of
Right.
the song.
Yeah, because I mean, it's probably
100%.
easy to memorize. I
That's
don't even
what I'm
remember
telling
what
you.
it was.
Like, it was
but
the easiest
The
part.
song was already the song was Boosie. It was on
Yeah,
Boosie
yeah,
mixtape.
yeah,
Right.
I'm finna tell you how it happened.
Magic
me and
finesse that,
Shaggy, right?
yeah.
We pulled up. We had to pull up on Boosie. It was Boosie's song. So Shaggy said, "Well, look," he called Boosie on the phone. You know what I mean? So he explained. You know how Magic got that little way of explaining. So he explained Boosie. So Boosie said, "Bet." You know what I mean? Now Boosie supposed to been on the song originally. That's how he sold it to him. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how he gonna let him remix it. But when we got in the studio and we all them nights in the studio, and when it all said and done, he got cut out the.
Right.
You understand? The young blood got put in, he got cut out.
Yeah.
So Boosie was hot. You know what I'm saying? So Magic but it was tension. Because I remember me, Magic, Trouble, you know what I mean? Punkin, you know his cousin Punkin, and what's the other one? You know with the chip.
You remember it was tension when we all
pulled up
performed
at
at
the
Six Flags New
gas station
Orleans.
in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we all performed at Six Flags New Orleans, and it was tension then too, because we both Magic and we all had to perform, and we went on before boosting them.
Look, we pulled up, man. We pulled up at the gas station in Baton Rouge to meet Boosie, right? For him and the Magic to talk. Look, man, when we pulled in Baton Rouge, everywhere you heard that song, nigga, it was. And I'm talking about you heard Boosie version. You ain't hear our version. I'm talking about I smoke, I drink, I'm talking about everywhere you heard that song. And in my head, I'm thinking, boy, look, we finna blow up. It's going down here in Baton Rouge with this song. Imagine, I know what we just did, and that thing mastered down, man, and Boosie, and it was just catching radio play. I'm talking about it was just starting to catch radio play, and Boosie did not like that. And you know they had their little word, but Magic wasn't. Magic had too much weight down there.
I tell y'all what, this is what I want to know. I know a lot of people don't even know, may not even remember Bodyhead, like especially if you're a new listener or out of town listener. But something I'm curious about. Give me the hierarchy of Bodyhead. Like who was the main person, like as far as in charge? Like who called the shots? Who was second? Like who was always wonder how that hierarchy worked?
That was two. When I first came to Bodyhead, it used to the office used to be first downtown, right off Gregory. Tony Fields used to be the president of Bodyhead back then. It was Tony Fields. That's where Haas the Ripper and them first got started. Johnny Augustus, Haas the Ripper, first got it before Chop and Magic and all that.
And those are rappers that they went and got from up north.
Up north, they was up
At
north.
the time, Haas was the
New York,
next Jay Z.
From Jersey, New York.
Like Haas was like
he was nice.
he was recognized by Jay Z.
He was opening up for Jay Z at this
Right.
time. He was opening up. Jay Z would be on tour. Haas was opening up. He was just one of them lyricists.
Shout out to
You can
Haas.
pick
I
him-
still
yeah,
fuck with
shout
Haas
out to
to
my
this
boy
day.
Haas. He probably looking.
So Roy had went and found these people. Like he had,
Tony
Well,
found Haas.
Yeah, fights. You know what I mean? Roy was at the height of his fights. You know what I mean? So people find you around that
Gotcha.
time. So that's how that came about. And then after we moved, after the Tony Fields era, which he released Round One, the album. You're right, Roy can't rap. That proved he couldn't rap. That round.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
I
The
appreciate
round one. But you know what I mean? But I want to show you something different. So we moved from there, and so the whole thing became different because now we started to surround ourselves and put pieces together. You know, and Mel came
Right, because it started out with just Dynamite and Teddy Wheat. And OG
right.
Third Degree.
Right.
And
So this how it went.
I forgot about
Jones started. Jay Prince started. Jones was starting to take the company seriously. You know what I mean? Because then I was just hanging around. I was doing the Fox Trap. You know what I mean? Running the Fox Trap and stuff with Bill with Jones for Jones. So Jay Prince saw that Jones taking the record label
and
serious.
they super close.
And so we end up getting chopped. We end up getting, you know what I mean? Because these relationships, and so that's how that came about. And so Magic already had the business sense from being with No Limit, you know what I mean? And so he was the man. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. If anybody want to know,
he the mastermind.
He was the mastermind.
Magic was the mastermind behind everything that went on successfully at Bodyhead Entertainment. He was the man. I wouldn't give a damn who was sitting. Shantae was the press. She had wiggled her way up to president. Just where Tony had transferred over there, but he kind of got, you know what I mean, faded away after the first year before anything really started. And Shantae, she come from HBO because she was at HBO. She got fired from HBO, and he hired her over at because she was doing that boxing stuff for him over at HBO, and they had, you know, bumped heads, and she ended up covering the Bodyhead. And
Deidre was a big piece too.
When
he got Deidre and Magic together,
Lacasse.
that's when everything went crazy. Because
Yeah,
Deidre had
New York.
experience in film
and all
music.
that.
She knew it all. She had all the connections.
And she had connections up there
Yeah.
from dealing with for artists up there out in New York. And so when them two combinations came together, it was just what it was. And then we had a team of hustlers around. We had myself that, you know what I mean, just a gift of gab, and then people took to me and liked me, and it just blew up.
I hated
It
him
just
though.
took off.
I hated him with everything in me.
So y'all bumped heads.
But I'm gonna tell you the secret though. He's the reason why people started finally hearing me too though. Like, cause I was hanging around the label because my brother and them were the first artists on the label. So I would just hang around, just kind of sneak around, trying to squeeze in. And I ain't like him because he was kind of the one. He was the one that knew how to get close to Roy and make everything happen. You feel me?
Right.
So when shit happening for me, and it was just like, and you got to think all of these rappers from New York coming in and all these other guys coming in, like the label was different. It was a real label at this time.
Right.
Everybody got chains and shit. You feel me?
Which I didn't understand.
Right.
I guess maybe I'm a hometowner, but I didn't like how it just seemed like everybody who was being pushed wasn't from here.
But that's the
except for
thing.
him.
But see, that's the thing. This is why that happened is because everybody that was on the label that was homegrown didn't know what the hell they were doing. All of the people who knew what they were doing came from other places, and they came with their own baggage. You feel me?
Yeah,
So it
They
would be
were
like
trying to get their
they were trying to get
albums
their
out.
artists out and their album out, so they were using Bodyhead as a vehicle. So it was like a symbiotic relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of us got pushed to the back burner because the people who were representing us didn't know what the hell they were doing. And this is how he came in for me. Is just like me and him used to be about to fight on the road all the time. But I'm a jit. I can't do nothing with this damn man at the
Right.
time. I'm like 19, 20 some years old.
Sound like you about to die.
Yeah.
From the store earlier.
And was ready though. Was ready.
No,
But what really saved us from really ever getting into it is that Dynamite and Weak, which is my older brother, we had him on the show before. They fuck with Rip, you feel me? So through them, like we just start spending so much time on the road together that we eventually start kind of bonding. And then he started kind of listening to my music. Finally, he was like, "Damn, bro, you really got it." You feel me? And then he started talking up for me, and before you know it, mind you, my brother and them wasn't even fucking listening to me.
Yeah.
Nobody heard me, and I'm harder than everybody.
Right, you the young one.
I'm harder than everybody though, 12.
I know.
Right,
I
so
agree.
he finally started listening. Then when he started listening, my brother and them started listening. The first person to really give him credit, first person to ever really pay me attention was Johnny Augustus.
Yeah, now Johnny.
Johnny was the one, but Johnny was like, he was damn near in the doghouse with me though. You feel me? But he had a little pull. But when bro started like really like pointing shit out to me, I ended up getting offered a deal, and I got my own solo deal on top of the group deal. I had a chain. I was rocking after that, and then me and bro like we grew together, and we was like this.
13 grand on the chain.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest chain was like 13 grand.
Them bitches were going to the pawn shop, left and right, boy.
Quick too, well.
They were going to the pawn. My chain was probably mine was the only one that never been in the pawn shop.
You still got yours?
No.
Nah, mine got stolen.
Mine got
The
stolen
police
from
took
under
mine.
mine got stolen from under my mattress at my house.
I wonder who
That
still
gold
got
when I had
one.
The
the
police
gold.
took
I
mine.
know, right?
Shantae got one. Bill still got his.
Bill still got his probably.
Yeah.
But the police took mine when they came when I got busted. They came in and when
Yeah,
they took
bought
all my
a
shit, they
box
took
of-
the
yeah,
chain
but-
too, and they never get a chain
They
back.
had bought a
Okay.
box of them things. They were like 13 grand a piece.
So tell me why, now that everybody, like y'all understand what went wrong, y'all understand how it got started, why can't we take those mistakes and recreate By the Head today? Now it's easier now because of social media. Roy is still Roy Jones. I joke about his rapping skills. But
Fire
he is,
artist here too.
yeah, it is some fire artists here, especially now. But I joke about his rapping skills. But as far as people know him as a talented boxer, but I don't think you really understand how talented. Like Michael Jordan is he was the best basketball player out of 5 billion people on the planet. Roy was the best boxer out of every living human on the planet. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He is still Roy Jones Jr. So those connections, Roy can pick up the phone. Who wouldn't answer the phone? You think Roy couldn't call Diddy right now, and you don't think Diddy answer the phone?
You right.
You goddamn right he would
Yeah,
answer.
you
He's
right.
Roy fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
I
So
think
why? But
interesting.
knowing the mistakes and what went wrong, why couldn't now By the Head be something different? Now?
because knowing the mistakes, you still have to be a changed person. I can know my mistakes, but if I'm not changed, then I'm making the same mistakes.
Right.
I don't think Roy has, and no disrespect to him, I don't think he has an ear for music. I don't think he has an eye for talent.
You don't
Everybody,
think the people around him could?
yeah, but the thing
But
about
yeah.
it, but you got to have, you got to be able to pick the right people to have around you too.
Right.
So if I like the reason why By the Head was like not what it was is because everybody, when you don't have a knowledge of something, you easily influence. So anybody, the label was shifting based on whoever got closest to Roy. It wasn't about who had no real knowledge. It was just about whoever was closest. That's what the influence was. You feel me? So even now to this day, not to knock, he's like he still ain't really signed no real talent. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? It's because he don't really have an ear or an eye for it like that. And
Well,
I
you
know-
don't have a love for it. I
Yeah.
don't believe that Jones, have a love for the music anymore. It's just a hobby. It's just something he do. He has a mansion with a studio, a studio.
Crazy
in the
ass
back,
studio,
right,
too.
Right there, like
Just
you
sitting
just
there.
walk out.
man,
right,
that shit
just
sat there
walk
for
up,
years, nobody in it.
Right.
I would
And
love
he-
$1 million,
I gotta
$1 million board in that bitch, bro. Literally $1 million
I believe
board.
he got the old school big board.
The
that
big
board.
board.
Yeah, with all the buttons you don't never use.
Man,
Them
that man
shits
had
to
an
slide up
orchestra
together.
room, bro.
Yeah.
A room with
orchestra.
orchestra.
You put the
I
orchestra
would love to
in
get home. I would love to get him on the show. I joke all the time, but I got a million
But
questions.
he
to ask
don't
him. I
have
would
that.
love to
He
know.
don't have that. I be talking to Bill sometimes. John, he just laid back, man. And then as you get older, it's kind of just what it is.
But
And so
everybody
you gotta
still
have
got
a
the
hunger
thirst for
that.
money and success, and I know that's still in him because he still box from time to time, right? Everybody's still trying to get some money, but we see the creation of labels like CMG or
Maybe
QC.
no one has brought the idea to him in a manner that makes him feel like it would be successful.
I think that too. Though.
Sometimes people
Yeah.
have to be around you that are like,
Y'all
hey,
don't- yeah.
you could.
Yeah,
Y'all don't know Roy.
Both of them like,
Yeah,
man.
listen to
Yeah,
it. Listen.
that shit
but I
don't work
feel
like
you,
that.
but it
But
seems
it's
simple,
hard.
but they
I'm
like,
gonna tell you the
man.
biggest issue though is that you can't teach somebody something that knows everything. You feel me? Now it's one thing like if you, it's like it's crazy for me to be somebody who's not well versed at something, and you trying to tell me about it, and I still know more about it than you. It's just like some people feel like because they know everything about something that they know everything about everything.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's like because he paved
he's
his own
great
way
at
as a
one-
boxer. He's
yes,
great at one
yes,
thing.
yes.
You feel me? You think you can be great at everything else. That's why the rapper in him was like always in the forefront.
Where's Alfish should tell him he can't be great at everything? That's just something that he should know out the gate. Quick question before we leave Roy Jones. You think that man could whoop me like we was outside today? I just be asking people.
Yeah,
Be,
I'm tired.
you think he could whoop me outside?
Beat the shit out of him.
I'm tired.
But what's
man.
wrong with it? Why do people think that?
I'm gonna tell you something.
'Cause you
I
just said
consider
it. He's
myself a
Roy
halfway
fucking
decent.
Jones.
I consider myself a halfway decent
Right.
fighter. I ain't no
But-
boxer.
but when
now,
this
I'm a
was the
fighter.
story you
But
about to tell me
I
about.
don't even think I can whip him.
But you talking about today?
Today, I don't think I can whip him.
Yeah, I mean, I might not. I don't know if you can whoop him today either. But I'm saying,
I know he can't whoop him today.
yeah, I
I
don't.
don't-
But like, I'm pretty
I ain't
physically
trying.
imposing today. Like, I'm
It
a
ain't
decent
like-
sized
it
You
fella.
ain't
Oh,
50,
it's
you still in your
yeah,
30s,
It
huh?
ain't about how to pose. It's just, you know what I mean?
I'm talking about outside, like not in the. I can't whoop Roy in the ring ever in life. I wouldn't fight Roy when he was 60 in the ring. It's too many rules. That's his playground. I'm just talking about outside where it's dirt. I can grab him. Roy got little legs. You don't think so? His chest hadn't got long.
Listen to me. That's why boxers' hands are registered. They are deadly weapons because they are trained to know exactly where to hit you.
But it's a lot of fights that don't need no hands be
Watch
thrown.
this.
That's
Check
probably
this
one
out.
of the fights that's going to
You know how in boxing there is legal punches, and then there's
Illegal
illegal punches.
punches.
They know exactly where illegal punches go. Like, you don't have that common knowledge. They know if they hit you here, you understand?
That's not how
They gonna sleep your ass mid
That's
grapple.
not how it's gonna go at all, though. Like, it's not gonna go like that.
You is not gonna outdo his speed, man.
Listen, I would if right now if we could sign and friendly, because I don't want no beef with Roy. I love Roy Jones.
too, man. I ain't been around.
I would love to do an MMA match. I would love to do an MMA match with Roy Jones. I swear I was
You seen
signing
him and the
up.
buff dude was supposed to have a virtual fight. Him and
Yeah, a
the
virtual fight.
some new shit they doing.
That's what he gonna do with me. He gonna have to be over Zoom.
You say you got to be over Zoom.
Yes. Y'all remember you was there when Tarver dropped. You remember that feeling y'all had back in the room? That was y'all gonna get outside.
I was there at the fight.
Yeah.
We didn't get the feeling. We got that feeling ringside, not at
You
the
know,
room.
so
I'm
I
saying-
want to talk about that too.
You're gonna give I can take a look at that.
I want to talk about that because
Bro, I'm just playing too, bro. I'm just joking.
I really didn't like how that went down. I really don't even like how that was influenced. You know what I mean?
What
even
was?
for that. The Tarver fight.
You feel like it shouldn't have happened?
It shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
You know me. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I was nigga. They love to hate. I don't give a damn. Whatever you say, whatever you think.
Mm-hmm.
But Tarver, he was psychologically wasn't ready for that fight. Period.
Roy
Wait,
wasn't.
years before Tarver used to show up at his press conferences for other fights
he
and
stalked
heckle him for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna whoop you. You can't beat me. So this is all he saw. And so when
And he was the
Tarver found,
and he was the prototype. He was the prototype.
died.
He was the prototype to beat Roy. He was tall,
Right, the
left-handed, and he was a defensive
Roy
fighter.
intentionally dodged him for a while. He got talked into that.
Intentionally?
Come on, box.
He was a prototype to beat him. Sometimes, bro, when you're a certain type of
Don't
fighter,
be- they let
you
you
understand
fight.
what you
Styles
stop.
may fight.
And he was the
Yeah,
he couldn't whoop nobody but Roy.
Just like I'm 280, that style gonna make a fight outside.
Just like Mayweather,
Yeah.
sir. He pick choose the ones. So you know somebody got your comment. Somebody got your number.
But also, how much does body head have to do with him losing that fight? Roy was
A
when you an
whole
elite
bunch, a
athlete,
whole bunch.
and that's what I
whole
think.
bunch.
Like I know
But-
Styles make fights, but I don't think Tarver was ever talented enough to beat Roy when he at his peak. I feel like by then though, Roy was at the club when we was at the
No,
club.
but
I would
right,
see Roy
you're
out
right,
but
you're
see,
right,
hanging
Trail.
with y'all.
But
just-
that's been Roy his whole career
No,
though.
No, he wasn't out like. But we would see
Shit.
Roy.
I'm finna tell you
Like,
this
out,
how
out.
this
Yeah.
how his training went.
Go ahead.
I was halfway private to it, not fully, but halfway private to it. Before the Tarver saga started, Jones used to physically train the way he's
Yeah.
supposed to train. He'll go off, you know what I mean, a couple months before the fight, get his mind right and everything. After Jones beat Ruiz, everything changed. This nigga shooting balls 2 weeks before the fight.
He was
in
known for that.
Pensacola.
Yeah, he was known for that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He was known
Not
for
like
shooting some
that.
basketball.
No, yeah, but he'll be at home.
I would be
2 weeks
saying
before
Roy,
talking about getting ready to
yeah.
fly. Like, man, you supposed, like, you know what I mean, sneaking in and out. And so his mindset, and then he got talked, then the Tarver thing came up. Then after that week, he got talked into that.
But what
Tarver
nobody's
stuff.
mentioning neither though is that he changed his whole corner too though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's when shit went left. That's when, because the thing about it, when he had a certain corner, when his pops then was in his corner, it was more of a thing that was like, you gonna do what we say do. But when he switched his corner, if you go watch some of his fights and go look at his later fights, and you look at the corner, he's telling them what he gonna do. He's basically they just giving him orders, and he dictating everything else. But if you go back to his earlier fights, he's being coached.
With Coach Merck.
Yeah, he's being coached. He's been, you feel me?
And
So
Merck had got it then out, but it was just a transition mentally for him after that Ruiz fight because they always try to get him to fight Tyson. And I was like, I was always like, no, hell no.
y'all say when I
Tyson
go
would
outside.
crush your whole head off. Absolutely, even though he was like,
I'm about to knock somebody out on camera, man. I really think y'all don't
Tyson ain't no
understand.
joke. And so,
Yeah.
and so the thing was,
Drop to knee.
I believe,
that's what you're gonna have to do.
I believe the reason he didn't do it, the Tyson thing. Even I was talking about some. Nah, you're gonna end your career. Don King was involved. And he didn't like the deal. He didn't want to deal with Don King. He ended up dealing with him later, but he didn't want to deal with Don King. That held him back on a lot of stuff. Him and Don, well, I ain't gonna say him and Don King didn't see eye to eye, because Don King see eye to eye with anybody about money. You You know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to deal with Don King, and somewhere along the lines that changed. And when that changed, and the mentality after Ruiz and all that changed, he just
them folks found his Achilles
decline.
heel too, though, bro. Sometimes you can be a champion, bro, and they find your Achilles heel, and that's what it was. They found out that his Achilles heel was if I fucking not even that. If I press him long enough and I'm willing to go in there and take some punches, if I can hit him one or two times, I got him.
You damn right. You can
I
put
got him
that-
because you never
that-
seen him
that
get hit
heat on
before.
it.
Yeah.
Put
His
that heat
offense
on
was his defense, and when his offense slowed down, there was no defense.
Well, let's let Roy go. I
Go ahead.
I don't want to turn
44
into
minutes in.
I want
Yeah,
to turn
so
into
he gonna beat you at
ESPN though.
Whataburger somewhere and clock your time.
Beat your
No,
ass.
listen. When
Knock your
I
fries out your hand.
listen.
You get your chance on a McChicken.
No, listen. When I slam Roy on his head,
Hey, Joe, look
Listen,
up.
yeah,
Listen
tell
to
it.
that. Check this out, because
Go
I
ahead.
know somebody
Go ahead.
is.
And I'm down with Roy after this.
Look,
Go ahead.
Joe, check this
You
out.
can show it to him. You know
I
him.
worked for you for a lot of years, Joe. Listen to me now. I worked for you for a lot of years.
y'all gonna make this happen.
You
We're gonna do a little local.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go
when you catch Adam 12, I just want you to have somebody with you that they can take a picture to catch this nigga face. When you-
Can you see me now, Roy? I want you
Oh,
to
you
know.
want to go Pooh Shiesty now?
I keep a gun in my pocket,
He got him with
and I'll shoot you through my pants.
So you shoot through his pants.
Before you take a picture of me and go viral.
Check this
Listen,
out.
But all jokes aside, I'm done with Roy. Hey,
Okay.
Roy, I love you, Roy, but we can make a little MMA match, though. All fun and games, though. Yeah, like I can't do them in no boxing ring. I'd be crazy. But off of Roy, I got a question for you. We had a conversation that I thought was interesting. I sent you an email from a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
You read the email, you made some comments about it, and I responded back to you. This is a relationship issue, right?
Okay.
And I responded back to you. Even if that person came back into my life, I would not take that person back because I don't have the tools necessary to be with that person, right? And my theory was that I'm not successful enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your response to me about success? I want you to explain that because I thought it was interesting what you said, and then I kind of let them know about if you remember.
I don't remember exactly what I said.
Oh, find the email.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah,
No,
but,
so that he can say what he said.
I got it in my text messages,
yeah.
but basically, let me go through my text. That'd probably be better than to do that than to kind of like.
Okay, while he looking at that though, I can feel free to curse out anybody. I want you to know that if you voted for Herschel Walker, I hope you have a horrible Christmas. I hope you don't get shit. Y'all the worst people. Listen, if you voted for Herschel Walker, you are not an American. The fact, I don't give a fuck whether you're a Democrat or a Republican.
Yeah.
That nigga can't read, son. Do you understand? Have you ever heard him speak? That nigga get on, I got called a coon today. And if y'all don't know, I'm from the South, and coon one of the smartest animals out there. I said, bro, who put this nigga up there, bro? Like, all jokes aside, as a black person, I'm like, who put this nigga up there? And people really voted for him. That man got millions of votes, though. At least hundreds of thousands of votes, whatever
He
the fuck.
took away votes that
coulda went.
Roy not could have had.
But the fact that they would even do that is like, bro, what have we come to as a country where you putting him up there? Like, listening to him talk, I struggle. Him and his son.
Yeah.
His son can't speak either. Have you ever heard Herschel Walker Jr. talk?
No, I haven't.
You never heard Dante Wilder speak?
I have heard Deontay Wilder.
That's
speak.
Herschel Walker Jr.
It's an educated country.
Listen, I struggle listening to Dante Wilder too. Have y'all ever heard him speak? Go watch his I Am Athlete, and I love Dante Wilder. Now, he might beat my ass if he see it.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have against Herschel Walker?
He dumb.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Please tell me, 'cause
there has to be a valid.
Okay,
look,
let me-
There has to be a valid. Now you just can't. Well, I can't say what you just can't.
No,
because
yeah,
you
right.
you can feel
Right,
and
right,
do
right.
whatever you want to do. But just by society standards, you have to have a valid reason to honestly dislike somebody. Now, I may not like your policies.
Right.
I may not like the agenda that you're trying to set forth, and we disagree on that. But when it's all said and done, what about me? Did you disagree?
Now you gotta understand this though. When I speak, I don't know. There's a lot of people that I
I
don't
ain't
know.
taking no front
No.
on that.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of people personally.
Okay.
So when I say I don't like you, if you're a person that a figure that I see on TV, it's people who watch this podcast who don't like me. They don't like the figure that they see on here, and that's fair. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't take it that deep. To like, I don't wish no ill will or no harm on Herschel Walker. That's real hate. Like, there's people in real life that I actually hate that I do wish harm on. Shouldn't do that either though. But that's just my thought process. But so when I'm just speaking on like people like him. Sure. Not only do I not like his agenda, not only is he a character. I can't say that word right. What is a character? or something like that. I'm always saying that wrong. Of literally what a white person thinks of a black person. That's why I hate him the most. If you can't see that you are a mascot for the ignorance that white people think black people exhibit on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? They have him up there to not only take votes away from the other side, but to also be a symbol of what we think black people truly are.
Yeah.
Right. And he can't see that for the life of him. But the fact that you actually are going to run for political office, bro, and I understand you don't understand shit that you talking about. I can play you some of the clips that I got in my phone. I won't waste the podcast's
It's morally
time.
irresponsible.
So,
It's ridiculous.
You know what it reminds me of? That reminds me of, like, there's things a lot of times that goes on behind scenes that we don't know about. You know what I mean? Now we may see the
he don't know about him either, but yeah,
the end result.
He don't know.
What I'm saying is,
and that's the beauty in them using him is that it's just like he's
but you
oblivious
don't know what
to
they're
everything.
doing for him. Right? His motive can be just financial. His motive can be.
That's why he makes a great puppet, though.
Right. Right.
That's why
And
he
so
makes a
it's
great
not
puppet.
so much that
his motive is he
even
get
if
along
I'm
with
a
white people
puppet,
better than his own kind.
But he thinking like,
Yeah.
what's your opinion? Like your opinion don't matter to him. What the hell?
No, it don't
They
have
may
to.
have dropped by. This is hypothetically speaking. They may have said, "Well, look, we need you to do this campaign for whatever reason. They want to cloud it, the vote, the election, and all that. We need you to do this, but look, we're going to make sure that you get 10 over here, 10 mil over here. We're going to slide some to these organizations over here, blah blah blah, this and that. And so for him." It's my agenda, my plan. Deion Sanders said one thing. What about my plan?
But don't put them two together.
Yeah, because Herschel don't have a plan.
He thank you.
Hold on.
Herschel don't have a plan.
No.
It's like the campaign. He's the
It's Herschel don't have a
clean
plan.
up a mess.
A plan.
It's
Yeah,
a mess.
yeah.
He don't have a
They
plan.
just
Marty
used
Huggins?
him.
You say
Yeah,
you don't have a
He don't have a
Yeah, he
plan.
Marty
What you
Huggins.
mean you don't have a plan?
He don't have a plan.
They just used
When he
him
don't
for
fit
it.
into your plan.
No, he don't have a plan, Rip.
Wait a minute, what you mean you don't have a plan?
But
His
it's-
plan
but
may
it-
be to get money.
But
What
do
are
you know?
talking
No.
about?
Let me ask you a question. Do you know
His plan may
what?
be
Do you
to
know
get
what an
money.
escape room is? You ever
Yeah,
been?
I've heard it.
So if
I've
you was
never
in an
been in one.
escape room, right? Just say you was in there, right?
Oh, here you
And
go.
Herschel said, "Follow me."
Would you?
I'm just asking.
Hey, I ain't gonna win that. I ain't
Nah, you ain't getting out. Time gonna run
Right.
out.
He look at you and say, "I got a plan." Would you follow him? Do you believe he got a
Can
plan?
we both get out together?
Nah, you follow me, Herschel, and be the fuck quiet. Yeah, what you gonna do? But this is what I said.
Okay, go
though.
ahead. Give it to me.
Nah, I'm gonna just start at a certain part of it. Basically, we were talking about you were saying that you couldn't provide, and then I said I'm just gonna read it. I said you're a lot, bro. I said you're a lot, bro, a whole lot. I said you put pressure on women to be good women, not because you're demanding it, but because your style of love demands it. I said this has very little to do with what you bring to the table financially, but everything to do with the type of lover you are. Damaged women struggle with men like you, even though you are, even though who you are may be perfect for them. I said you're going to take a lot of kicks to the dick before they realize you're the best thing for where they are in life. People who require unconditional love push back the most when it's present, and that's why it has to be unconditional. I just don't know if it's worth the fight in your case. You may have to. I say you may have to be okay with being the one that got away and let her suffer karma from it. You can't keep hugging the snake. It doesn't matter how much you love it if its nature is to not love back. I said there's a lot of trauma to reverse in this situation, but I was basically saying that the reason the shit ain't working has nothing to do with being successful or anything financial, and it has everything to do with just like what's required. You feel me? Because I've been in situations that required something that I wasn't willing to give, or something I wasn't willing to compromise in a lot of times. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is that type of situation. But when you came back and said that the reason why you wanted to be successful, I agree with all of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you're coming into a woman's life that has children or responsibilities, you do have to be able to carry those things as a man. Maybe not to a capacity where it needs to be a mansion or fucking marble floors or anything, but you have to be able to provide the essentials and the basic things that a family needs. If you want to have a family, you have to be able to take care of a fucking family. Right. And if you can't do that, then you don't qualify to have a family. So I did agree with that. But I feel like also, in the same breath though, is if I'm not a fan of dating fucking with somebody based on potential. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of that. But in some cases, in some instances where you like, potential is different than actual effort. You feel me? Like, having potential and not doing anything with it is one thing. I won't date you based on that. But if you are someone who doesn't have the resources and you are trying, I'll date you. I'll rock with you on that, because all I got to do is put certain tools in your hand and you're going to do the work. You just don't have the resources to do it. I feel like in your case, you're more so someone who is willing to work. You just may not have the resources. You feel me? So for a woman to recognize that I think she should take advantage of that, because sometimes we talk about this all the time, how some good men don't get recognized because they don't have enough. They are working hard enough and they have the tools. You may be working hard as fuck at a 9 to 5. You might be working hard as fuck at a Chili's. You feel me? But if you're given the opportunity to build something and build something bigger, you could do that because you have the drive. You feel me? Some niggas are just lazy and have potential and aren't doing anything with it. Those are the men I want women to stay away from. But if you find a man that works hard and busts his ass and you feel like you can pour something into him and y'all can grow together, you should do that. And I feel like in your case, that's your situation. You're someone who works hard. You're willing to go up and go get some shit. So for a woman, I feel like it's unfair for a woman to wait for you to get to where you're going to be and then say, all right, let's do this. You feel me? No. Date me based on the drive and ambition that you see in me. You feel me? And trust that we gonna get there, and we get there together in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I just, like, I'm not a fan of dating based on potential, but I am a fan of dating on potential when somebody is actually putting the work in too.
So
that makes sense.
So date me if I pull up on the moped.
My thing is it's all about what you like.
You say,
I've had women, bro. I've had women that had very little. I've had women that had very little and came from fucked up situations, right? But they had brilliant minds and they were ambitious and they were always trying to build something. No matter what I gave them, they were trying to build something with it. You feel me? I'll take a woman like that and make her my wife. You feel me? Because I understand that as long as I give you the tools, you're going to build something. But I've also had women to where I've given them the tools and nothing got built. You feel what I'm saying? I can't deal with that. It's a difference. You feel me? But it's just sometimes we'll identify those two as the same because of the position that they're in. The position that you're in has nothing to do with your actual potential. It's about what you're doing in the position that you're in. You feel me? Like, I've been at jobs to where I worked at Burger King.
You never had no job.
This man here crazy. I worked at Burger King, right? And there's a motherfucker that bust they ass, and I'm like, bro, this motherfucker could run a corporation. You feel me? And there's another motherfucker in there that can't run nothing. He on his phone the whole time. But people will identify y'all the same from the drive-through window because they don't see what you got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I like that.
Yeah, so you just got to be careful in how you choose people because we all fall in the same category. Motherfucker, a woman that desires everything will walk past a man that can give her everything if she put a little energy and effort into it.
Let me ask something. So why I keep failing that relationship? Cause I keep getting my women out the hood.
No, hold on. Wait, we're gonna address that too. Go ahead. Let me hear what you had to say. I knew you had something.
Well, it was kind of based off what he was saying. It's like there's two types of potential in a woman, because there are women out here who feel like I'm always dating based off potential. There is active potential, and then there's wasted potential.
I like that.
Active potential is a person that, like you said, they may not have the resources, but the shit that they do makes you know that they can do it. And so that potential is what you're supposed to go off of. But people go off of other types of potential that have nothing to fucking do with it. And then the other people who are like, oh, I got this good ass job, but they lazy as fuck. They call out for any fucking thing. They never have their half of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they got the title already. So they're thinking, okay, this person's got this good job on paper, or they got a lot of money, but they blow it. They don't know how to be financially responsible with it. So it's not really helping you. That's wasted potential. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one you don't want to go for. But she probably ain't thinking like that.
Yeah, that's the tall nigga. That's the tall nigga that can jump. He athletic. He fast, and he don't hoop.
I think
you
it's
feel
unfair.
Me? Like, yeah, bro. Like I can't do nothing with you. You feel me?
I think it's unfair to like.
You saying that's not how homie thinking? Like they know who I'm talking about. They know the insides. I don't want to.
As a woman, it's like. Okay, when you're talking about a scenario, it's super fucking easy to be like, oh my God, no, you would do it like this and like that. But when you're actively dealing with that shit, that ain't how your fucking head works. Like, half of the stuff that you're thinking of like, do you want to make the right decision for the future of your kids? But the other half of you is like, but this shit don't make me feel like I know I want to feel. She,
I'm with
you don't like
I caught up.
Zodiac, but like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
She's one of those people.
more stable-minded people who need structure to live and to feel secure, especially if they didn't have it at some points, aren't about to give that up for any fucking body. So they'll be unhappy just to know they have stability.
Well, let me ask you something.
Whereas other people who run more with their emotions might be like, I would rather be unstable and feel happy, and then they'll go the other way, but that don't turn out good.
Well, let me ask you something. If we're desiring a stable relationship, long-lasting, something to build together, when you're vetting or courting or whatever you want to call it, trying to pick whoever, in your mind, do you have, like, I want to be with this person? In your picking, do I want to be with this person forever, or, you know what I mean, well, I'm going to try this person out for a year or two, and that's, to me, that's like wasted time. You know, some people just enter into relationships or dealing with you with an intent that I'm not going to be bogged down for a long time.
Right.
I'm just
But men do that often though.
Yeah.
Most of the women that you've encountered, you knew there was an expiration date, whether you admitted it or not. Like men know. I mean, I can't speak for women, so I'll just say men know. Maybe y'all do too.
Yeah, men know when you got a wife or not.
Yeah, exactly. You've been with women and you knew like this is, you know, whether you were actively in a relationship or not, you knew it had an expiration.
That was for years. That was years ago. Like my life now, like I don't have anyone, but my life now, I don't think like that. Like I don't have time to go right. I don't have time to go
Right.
Because
because you don't have time, you are selective in what you give
With your time.
You
That's right.
Yeah,
learn.
so because you can meet a motherfucker and say, oh, they not worth my time.
Right.
But
So
when
it's
you're
the same
still
thing.
younger, you're still thinking like, I'm not about to waste my time in some shit I don't want to deal with. I want it the way I want it. Is pretty much how sometimes you start to think. And especially if you've been in a relationship that didn't work, now you feel limited. You already got baggage. Every man in America tell you your baggage. So
You know
it's
what
like,
that shit feel like when you miss though? What she gonna feel like is when you got the perfect parlay in your head, right?
Right.
And you done put this shit down on paper all week, and you see the potential in this parlay. You know all this shit gonna hit, but you scared to bet the money. And then the games come on and everything happened just how you wanted it to happen.
That before and
you didn't bet a nickel,
procrastinated,
and you watch everybody else win. I think that's how it's gonna feel
I
for
do
her
too.
when the smoke clears, is because all the signs are there. You could look at somebody and just be like, damn, like everything is there. And it's just like you don't want to take the risk, and then when it happens for somebody else, you sick for the rest of your fucking life. And this happens often in relationships to where we'll have someone, right? We'll lose them, right? And then we in a situation, like you said, a tug of war back and forth of trying to make something happen, or somebody chasing you, because we've all been chased, right? Somebody chasing you that you keep kind of putting them on the back burner because you ain't ready to lock in with that shit right now, and then that shit move on and live happily ever after and be the thing that you always wanted, and now in reverse you chasing that shit for the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying?
you know what it'll make you do? It'll make you, when you see your Apple Music most listened to song of the year.
Listen, I'm
you'll know.
gonna tell you, like we if you familiar with this podcast, we've been called everything from chauvinistic to arrogant to narcissistic, all that kind of shit, right? And men typically, they hallelujah a lot on this podcast, most of the time silently, because they don't want their girl to understand that they agree with us. But this, what I'm about to say right now, I think it's an opportunity for a girl to show their man this, what I'm about to say. To be honest, I don't think she's thinking nothing. I don't think she made that decision with a thought process in her head. I think that it started to drift, and maybe she didn't even know why. But me being a thinker, it was my job, because when you want something, you try to figure out why it went wrong. You feel me? We've all been in breakups and we didn't even think about what went wrong, or we pointed the finger immediately. But because I wanted it to continue, I was forced to figure out, why did this go wrong? Especially when there's nothing to really point at. Wasn't no cheating, when nobody caught nothing, wasn't no whole lot of fighting and big. So what really was the kids got along? Like, so what really was the issue, right? I've had a lot of conversations with men my whole life. I've never heard a man say, I'm preparing for a relationship. Preparing for a relationship, right? I've never heard a man say, I am preparing for a woman to walk into my life. And I think,
how do you hell you prepare for
cool, right? When there's a vision of a marriage in your head, right? All of us, a successful relationship. Everybody has a vision of whatever their version of a successful relationship is in your head, right? there are requirements that you have to have from her, that you want from her, and there are requirements that you feel like you should give to her, right? I don't think nobody has a one-sided relationship in their head, right? At what point do you plan to meet this woman? So I'm going to work on my requirements, what I want to give. Like, I have a vision of what I want to give my wife, right? But because I don't wake up every day and look for a wife, I'm not preparing. I'm preparing for my own dreams. I got an album that I want to drop with my brother. I want this podcast to work. And sometimes by way of your own dreams, you're able to provide when you do find a wife. Sometimes it just, the merger happens, right? If I went to the NFL and I met a wife and then, okay, well, great, I make $1 million a year. Yeah, sure, I can afford a wife and kid. Right, but even though I wasn't planning for her, this money is what I wanted, and I'm just adding you to it, right?
Right.
So
it's almost like working one muscle and then another muscle gets stronger by default.
Somebody where you feel not validated until you are in a financial.
No. That's just what I heard. No. Let me finish explaining. Right. So, at a point, I know what I want my own relationship to look like. It's no one else's rules. It's my rules in my head. No woman's telling me this, right? There is nothing about my own version of relationship that I am personally preparing for right now. I know what I want to provide for my wife, and it's not even societal standards. It's my standards, right? I ain't around here preparing for that shit. So let's say tomorrow, I walk out of here right now and I meet my wife. Tomorrow, I have not prepared to give her anything that I want to give her. Not that she's asking me, not that she wants, that I want to give. I ain't prepared for none of that shit. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Now I got to try to scramble because I done ran into this jewel to try to reverse my plan as an independent person to keep this unit because, God forbid, my wife, I don't want to lose this, right?
Right.
And I think a lot of men bump into a relationship. Men don't wake up every day and look for love. So, that's not true.
So what you're saying in a sense is that
women wake up and they want to meet their man.
Right,
they want to meet when a dude holler at you, you hope that this could be something.
Look for it. It's kind of like we hope. It's like a
you hope
stumble.
Right. And that's what he's saying is the issue. That's what he's saying is the issue.
Y'all don't have to prepare.
Right. And the issue I fuck with what you're saying because basically what you're saying is that everything that you're preparing for has nothing to do with her.
It does
everything to do with you. Mm-hmm. And everything that she's preparing for should have nothing to do with you. You feel me? So it's just like when a man and a woman meet, I'm ready and you ready.
Right.
It's like I got all my shit together and how I want to be, and you got all the shit how you want to be. So it's like we work because we're like basically if I want to provide certain things, I'm in position. I've prepared and put myself in position to provide those things. Right. So any woman I meet, doesn't matter who it is. We ain't even got to be a perfect match. You feel me? I just got to like her enough to do the things that I prepared to do. You feel me? So it's like a fight. When I prepare for a fight, you feel me? I'm preparing myself. I'm getting my own skills sharp. I'm getting my own game ready. You feel me? So when I step into the ring, everything I prepare has nothing to do with them. They just need to be prepared. You feel me? Right. So what the issue is, what he's saying is that everybody's preparing themselves for themselves. They're not preparing themselves for a partner. And they just feel like preparing themselves for themselves should be good enough for the partner. Facts. Like I said earlier, it's like working one muscle. Like I go in and do biceps, but by default, my triceps get a little decent. Right. I get some forearms and shit. But I never worked on my forearms. So now, when I'm in a competition that requires my forearms, them bitches ain't where they should be because I ain't working on them specifically.
Well, I want to crack a joke. I want to crack a joke. Before I get to this. On social media, the little boy, I know y'all done seen him. He made a comment the other day. He said, bees, but he said, bees are just like birds. When you get that bread, they'll find you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they will.
Well, hold on. Let me explain that. But that was just a little joke that he said. But you're preparing for a certain woman.
Yes.
Period. Like if I look.
Well, I haven't, but I should be.
Hold on, y'all fella. Let me tell you something. Love is not based on anything material. It was people falling in love. Hold on. It was people falling in love. It was listen to me, brother. It was slaves falling in love in the field. Come on, man.
But that's not
absolute. No.
But that's not what I'm talking about. But you're right as far as that.
Build up. You said build up to meet the person you're going to meet.
Your preparation could be mental. Whatever you want.
He's not saying monetary.
It's not monetary for that person. I want to do there's a nigga in my mind that I want to be like. Even as
every man wants to, even from childhood.
But you want to be prepared.
No. But you're missing what I'm saying. Let me give you a more personal example. Then I'll take it deeper than that. I have a big personality, right? that personality can come off arrogant.
Yeah.
It can come off very independent. I think I can whoop Roy Jones. I'm not joking when I tell y'all that. I'm funny, but I wouldn't be nervous to fight Roy Jones outside. I believe in myself a certain kind of way. I rap braggadocious. I talk some shit, right? Cool. Every one of us have created a persona. Parts of you, the tattoos, your look, everything you live, you saw that as a young person and you developed a persona that you felt like that will protect you in your environment, right? So all of this shit that we built up is a bit of persona mixed with a little bit of who you are, right? Yeah. So anyway, I understand to a certain degree how I come off. I got a decent self-awareness, right? So, but when you just at home and ain't nobody around, it's just you and your girl, right? I would like for my girl to know that I am exactly who I say I am. So I met this girl, right? I take care of my daughter on my own. I mean, I've just met you, so I'm just giving you a little quick background. I raised my kid. I have full custody of my kid. She goes to a private school. I'm able to take care of that. I got a vehicle. I got a place to stay. I do okay for myself. You get what I'm saying? In my situation, right? Now, the version of the man that I want to be is to not do okay for myself, but also do okay for my family unit, right? So I meet a woman who has issues, and I fall deeply in love with. I want this to be my person, right? She comes in with issues that have nothing to do with me.
Right.
As a person, I can say that hey, you had those problems before I got here. But as the type of nigga I am, and you a good person too, you just like me as far as giving, I want to come in and help you with that. To sit on the phone and listen to your woman have an issue that you cannot fix, you're unable, not that you don't want to, but you're unable to, is crushing to you, especially to your ego, especially to your persona and the man you always dreamed that you'd be. I'm not talking about your girl might have a $35,000, $40,000 problem. Even if I can't fix it, man, I would love to take that weight off your shoulders. That's how much I love you. Yeah. But I can't do nothing but sit here and listen.
Yeah.
That fucked me up as a man, as a you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not about the material. Right. Just as the man, I wanted to be able to take the stress. Like if I was a slave and my wife was getting beat, I would go take them lashes for my wife.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, she gonna have to take that whooping on that. I'll meet you after work.
There ain't no after work.
Hell no. Right. But I'm gonna take even better example.
Nigga asked me what you do, Master told you. I told you stuff about that twerking. You didn't get that cotton.
Another example would be this too, though, right?
Yeah.
Is that we're all parents, right?
Yes.
Kids don't require much of anything. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about what you want your kids to have and what type of parent you want to be. You feel me? So when you decide you're going to have a baby, you make sure things are in place to be able to provide for this child how you want to provide for them.
Right.
You providing a bunch of shit that they don't need,
right.
But it's shit that you want them to have. Just like Christmas is coming up.
Right.
You feel me? There's a bunch of shit your kids asking for, and you want to be able to give them the world.
iPhone 14.
Even though they shouldn't, even though they don't deserve it and probably don't need it, you want to be able to do it, and it makes you feel some type of way as a parent when you can't do it. So what he's saying is that he's preparing himself to be able to handle the things that his woman would want. You feel what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean she requires them or necessarily needs them. It's just that, like he said, so it's the same thing with our kids. We do it all the time with our children, bro. It's like we give them, we have a certain idea of the type of parent we want to be, and if we're not upholding to that, we sad and depressed about it. That's why you have people jump off of buildings all the time. Is because you like, damn, bro, this man was a billionaire. Yeah, he like, nah, but he had aspirations of being a billionaire. He was a millionaire, but he underachieved in his eyes, so he jumped. So it's all about what you want for yourself and what you want for your relationship, and everybody that looks different for everybody. You feel me? So that's why I said when you explained that to me, I understood exactly what you meant.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying? And what you said? Go ahead.
But no, and whether she might not be the one for me, but whenever I meet a woman, it was a good life lesson for me.
Right.
I need to now prepare. I don't ever want to feel that again. The next time I meet, and this ain't just any woman. I can meet a bitch now that I want to fuck. You can tell me your house burnt down, bitch. I get you a little room for the night. It don't bother me.
Right.
But if I ever meet somebody that I love and want to spend my life with,
you want to be ready.
If she has an issue, I want to be prepared to take that off her shoulders.
So what if you meet a Carisha?
I won't ever meet a Carisha. You talking about who was Carisha? Talking about
Young Mike.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant a girl named Carisha. I ain't Carisha ain't the one.
Available now?
That ain't in the bottom. No, that ain't for me.
That ain't for you.
Right.
But I'm saying a female like Carisha. You already
she ain't
know
gonna get brought in.
She ain't gonna get brought in. That ain't even for me.
Right.
Well, I was gonna say just like.
Yeah, this is a reserved thing. This ain't for everybody.
No.
As a woman, like, okay, so like what you explained, let's just say like I've I've heard this before. That explanation for certain things, you know, just like how it makes a man feel when like, cause you know I work a lot, have a whole lot of income, and I never really notice it.
Go ahead and say you got more money than your man. It's fine.
No, I don't have a man. I'm just
But
saying.
most times
like,
you got more money. Though.
Yeah, like I had somebody like ask me a question, and it just kind of threw me off. Just like, why would you like me? And I'm just kind of like, I don't think in that way, and I know that some women do, but I do think that there are a lot, especially women who've come from traumatic backgrounds and stuff like that, who may not even think of love in that way. So if a man described love to me like that, I would feel like that is so fucking stressful. And that, like, I wouldn't want him to feel like that.
But the thing about it is that's not him describing love. And like I said earlier,
no, I mean like on himself to feel like that's what he needs.
Right, because that's what I was saying earlier is it has nothing to do with you. So you giving a breakdown of everything that's going on with you has nothing to do with that. This is just who I want to be. Just like the persona when you wake up and you do your hair how you do it and you put on the clothes that you put on, you doing what you want Tania, what you putting together the Tania that you would like. You feel me? And it has nothing to do with anybody else. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like when I step into a relationship, I'm wanting to be the ideal guy that I want to be. It's like that has nothing to do with the woman I'm choosing.
I know, but I had somebody tell me that the way I think about stuff is stressful, and it helped me realize that I was causing so much stress on myself that I wasn't noticing things. Like I didn't notice how hard I do work. Because to me, I'm not as successful as I need to be. Every day I'm trying to find another way because I'm like, I want to join the damn Navy because I feel like I'm not as successful. And then when I have
What's your sign?
What you think?
Don't do that. Don't
Scorpio.
Oh,
spot on.
Like my mama.
Don't get us started.
He called it right out.
Yeah,
Out of 12 of them
don't get us
motherfuckers.
started. She gonna go deep now.
Anyways, I'm just saying like I didn't notice that I do a lot until somebody broke down my daily schedule, and they were like, "When are you going to do something else?" And I'm like, "Damn, you're right. I really don't have any more time." I had to sit back and think. I'm causing so much stress on myself by trying to make all of these goals match emotion.
Yeah.
A woman's biggest job is to be the emotionally strong one. And a lot of times that comes with nurturing a man into softness too. You guys are really hard on yourself a lot. And a lot of that shit y'all be thinking about, we don't never even consider.
Yeah, and like I said, that's why I said I don't think she was thinking that, period. But at the same time, okay, let me give you an example. What do you expect your man to feel? You in a relationship with a person, right? You get a letter from the IRS saying you owe $200,000, right? Now you make money, but I imagine you don't have $200 cash sitting around to go pay somebody,
You'd be
right?
right.
Cool. Your man is maxed out with whatever he got going on. He can't help you, period. What do you think he's... Now, you telling him this problem. This is your partner. You going to come to him and tell him, babe, I got this IRS letter. What do you think what is he supposed to feel?
So...
Honestly, not the Tania version.
Not what he's supposed to do, but what is he supposed to feel?
I get it. I would understand why he would feel that way. I would, because I could see, just from having a good daddy, like, I know my daddy would be messed up if he couldn't help his wife.
Yes.
Like, it would really fuck him up. But, like, I still wouldn't think that that's his responsibility, and it wouldn't make me love him any less, and it damn sure wouldn't make me leave him.
Yeah, but
so I don't understand where the issue
is the comfort.
That's a good question.
The issue is the comfort within. You feel me? It's just being comfortable with yourself. It's just like wanting to fix something. Like I might have a chipped tooth. You feel me? And that shit just bothers me like a motherfucker. Nobody has a problem with it. You feel me? Because I did. Yeah. You feel me? I did. Yeah. And it's just like it didn't bother. Nobody gave a fuck. The women never gave a fuck about it. But it was just like in my mind, I'm like, bro, that's gonna be the first fucking thing I fix. Yeah. I gotta fix this shit because it bothers me. It bothers me. It has nothing to do with nobody else.
If anybody want to get my teeth fixed, cash out.
I guess my confusion isn't your side of what you're feeling.
What would make her?
My confusion is did she just choose the more stable because of her?
She didn't choose anything because there was no one there at the time.
Okay.
The reason why I noticed that this was a problem is because we talk about our expectations of relationships. And I think I have a great idea of what a relationship is supposed to be. I think I'm a great lover.
Yeah.
When I'm single, I'm a demon.
Okay.
Right? I'm a demon when I'm by myself, though. I'm a whole nother fool. Like, you better, this man that called me late night doing some shit I ain't supposed to do. But when I'm in a relationship, I'm a beast in that direction too.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. I have a perfect function of what I think a relationship is supposed to be. I don't think women's supposed to have jobs. You can call that sexist. I don't think women function well with stress. You can call that sexist. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm in a relationship wanting my woman to be a woman, but she's stressed and I can't fix it. So what happens is, if you cannot take the stress off her shoulder, she will do something with that energy. And now
it becomes irritation.
It does.
It does.
So let's say she's stressed about this over here, and then we have a normal relationship issue over here. That stress from over here is coming over here. You can believe that.
Yeah.
So while we might be talking about something regular, she views it as, oh, this too much.
Yeah.
Because she's still dealing with this over here.
Yeah.
Where if she didn't have that, this would have just been a little conversation that we had. You see what I'm saying?
It's like, damn,
So,
like you.
right.
Honestly, this probably what it is. Like you said, I'm already fucking stressed out over here.
Right.
This supposed to be peace. And now you beefing with me too.
Perfect.
And you can't help me. You got to fucking go. Like type of energy.
But even ain't even looking at that you can't help me. You supposed to be my peace.
And you not.
Right. So but even it's not that I'm not, but when you stress
at that moment.
Bro, you ever been having a bad day, like on some other shit, and somebody do the smallest thing, you be like, I'm finna take this about to be, you about to deal with all this I'm going through today. So it's kind of one of them things. We would have a normal, simple relationship.
And when you're stressed like she
like,
probably was on the other side, even if your man who normally rub your back and feel good, now it's like, come on now, stop touching me. And then it's like, damn, what I do to you?
So now her version of peace would be, now I'm with someone who lives closer, got some other shit going. Even though he might not make me feel what you make me feel personally, the stress is off. I feel freer. I can be more myself than I was in the situation, even though I didn't cause that situation.
How did they really get all the way to that?
But that's just the natural function. I try to figure out what's going on in any of my situations so I won't repeat them. My desire is to be a good husband someday. That's really one of my desires.
I believe everybody's definition of a relationship is
different. Facts.
It's different, you know. And so, you know, what makes you tick, what, you know, keeps a fine balance for you and all that works for you, you know. And then the person that you're dealing with, it may complement and it may work for both of y'all. And some people have, you know, I've seen them function in what I call some irrational.
Yeah,
but it
you know, they love to yell at each other, but that's what they like. You know what I mean? They'll fight and then turn right around and love each other for the next 2-3 hours. And so, you know, so it's different. Everybody's different, and there's no blueprint to it. There's no blueprint to parenting. There's no blueprint to relationships. It's just how I view it. It's just
I had to start doing that.
Speaking of blueprinting to parenting, I want to get your take on this Master P Romeo thing.
So I was going next anyway. You got to give me some background on. I caught the tail end of it. So give me some. What are they beefing about?
What happened is that you know, when the DJ from the Ellen Show died, Twitch, it was a suicide, is what they said it was. And Master P came and made a post, you know, and then talk about putting something together about mental health. But recently, I think a little bit before that happened, his daughter committed suicide. You feel me? And Romeo basically made a post saying that, like, you trying to be an advocate for this and trying to make a post about that and like nurture this when where was that when your own child committed suicide? You feel me? What was that with your own family? It's like you out here. He basically saying you out here capping, trying to get clout off of some shit when you ain't even handling your business at home when your own child. So
somebody else committed suicide.
Right. So from that, Master P went back online again and kind of like gave his 2 cents on it, talking about how Romeo is privileged and has a what's the word I'm looking for?
Entitlement.
Yes, he's entitled. You feel me?
He said something like, "What? Like you can't ask me for money and then say only say you love me when you want money or something."
Right.
He kind of have not paid Romeo his royalties on, you know, Rap Snacks, because they did post where.
That's true. I heard. I did see Romeo post.
They made him, you know, straight his information. They're gonna send the money straight to him now. But
I did
family.
See that, though.
For me, it's family issues. You know, and the thing is, it doesn't matter what anybody's opinion may or may not be. I know they airing it out in public, so you know everybody.
We want your opinion though. That's why we on the podcast. It don't matter, but we want it.
Yeah.
So give us your opinion.
But I feel, you know, I mean, they need to kind of keep that behind the scenes. I believe Romeo have a valid, like, come on, man, you robbed the cat. That's your son, but Romeo's out, and you know what I mean, take the man to court.
But how do you feel? Because I don't think really the argument didn't start about the finances. It started about him not being nurturing and present in his own household. So that's what I want you to elaborate on.
I believe P came up, and I'm not gonna make no excuse for P, but I believe P came up sort of like me. You know what I mean? Cats like me came up in tough neighborhoods, was private, seen a lot of things, and had one parent in the house, all kind. You know, my mother was a Black Panther and all that stuff there. So you know, I didn't been through all gangbang, been through all that foolishness. And so coming up, there wasn't no parenting book. You understand what I'm saying? That was just I came up with a code, and then push. I didn't know anything. Nobody. My mama ain't sit me down and say this, and then I believe P was the same way.
Right.
And so when P got this money, you know, P, I don't think that nigga went to no damn classes.
About
Parenting classes, right? You know, what I mean? He just accumulated money with the street, but he always had a hustle type mentality because he was level headed because he went to college and stuff like that. But that don't prepare you.
Mom was on
no
drugs
parent.
too, wasn't it? One night his wife, Romeo mom and them had like
Oh
a drug.
yeah.
But that don't prepare you for parenting. You know what I mean? Especially as a father. And then when we have issue with the mother, you know what I mean? If you don't know how to work that out, like, you know, especially niggas in the hood, come out the hood, us coming out like, man, look, we come about a straight code. You been a nigga, we beefing. That's just how it is. We beefing. We love our kids, this and that. When you stop acting foolish, that's just how we think. It's dumb thinking, but that's just how we think. And I believe he came up the same. So when he accumulated that money, you know, he tried to, he just, you know, in control it. He ain't been no real like daddy to Romeo. You know what I mean? Money, you got nannies. This was around no limit time around P. And I remember all of them when he bought houses for chopping them, and I went out there to the gated community and all that. So you got people that's taking care of. When Roman them coming up, that nigga ain't sitting up there with bouncing Roman on his leg like Boosie do with his family. That nigga got nannies.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can kind of stay, you know, you there, you walking around the house, but I'm on the road most of the time, this and that. And so, Romeo, you feel entitled, like you really, you my daddy, but you know what I'm saying? And then I find out you done told me all this, you robbing me, and I got to depend on you all these years. I ain't never been able to be a man stand on my own in my own finance. People have been teaching that boy about finances. When you coming up, nigga, 16, you pushing his face out.
I'm sure he taught him something, though.
I think too, like I ain't gonna. It's a small comparison because I ain't have nobody ever like take their life or nothing like that. But I know like when you grow up a little differently. I remember Romeo on his show saying how close him and his sister were, like they was real close. So I know like with me, I get mad at my parents sometimes over my siblings more than myself. Like if I feel like one of my siblings is mad about something, I'm more likely to be like, why you do that to her or him versus. And I know like for me having kids and then growing up with my mom being different than she is as a grandma, you will notice a lot of people say, like for me, my mom would be like, don't whoop Curry or something. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to catch myself because I realize, bitch, you need to go to therapy. Because you're too old to be getting jealous of some shit like that. And I think that that's what Romeo is like. It's sort of that same type of feeling. Like, you getting mad because your daddy's saying something about somebody else. But your daddy lost his daughter, too. Maybe how he healed that was so different. And maybe that's why he wants to be like, let's advocate for this. Because he never thought that would happen to nobody in his family. And, you know what I'm saying? And, like, Romeo's not realizing maybe your daddy didn't deal with it the way that you thought he should have. But he still is trying to deal with the loss, too. You lost somebody and he lost somebody. It ain't one-sided.
He just, I'm with that. He feel entitled, man. It's just so many, and I mean, his life, you know, he came up the way he supposed to came up. But there's black families that has dealt with tragedy, that has dealt with, you know what I mean, mental abuse and all kind of physical abuse and all kind of these things, and we don't air each other out. We still try to deal with it in love. We don't accept it, you know what I mean, and we still try to deal with it in love. But then you have those who have been sheltered. You know, you got the parents that I'm not going to raise my children like, I'm not going to discipline them in a way. I'm not going to, you know, you sped a ride and then this is what you get. I bet you Romeo wasn't whooped when that nigga knocked over a plant. Nigga, I'm finna knock your head off. You know what I mean? It's the same thing our parents tell you. Boy, get in there and get out my mouth.
Being a good parent is a relative term. You understand? I talk to a lot of women over the course of my life. A lot of these women have kids, and they'll always say something about their baby daddy, right? And I'm always person, I'm going to ask a question, because I understand what that dynamic is when two people break up. A woman can be quick to say my baby dad ain't shit, right? and I always ask. I say, well, no. I say, well, what about his daddy? Y'all dated at one point in time, most of the time. What about his daddy? Oh, his daddy wasn't shit. His daddy died, or his daddy went to jail. His daddy went to. I say, so you ever thought that maybe he feel like he a better daddy than he ever had? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he ain't in prison. He worked that job. It's not good enough for you. He ain't giving enough money. But his parent ain't never showed him nothing like that, right? Yeah. So you right though. Growing up in the hood, being from those kind of places, maybe P ain't Mr. Huxtable as far as a parent. Yeah. But he a better parent than probably he had.
You better know it. You better know it.
So I listened to P's version of what he said, and he said a lot of times as parents we hide the stresses and the sacrifices we make for our kids away from them. You see what I'm saying?
So he thinking everything great.
Right. So we don't never like, as a parent, you go through something like I never went to my daughter and talked about the stress of my day. I put on a smile when I see her if I'm having the worst day ever. You see what I'm saying? So I do think that, and he made another good point. He said, you may have lost a sister, but I lost a daughter.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe.
That's a different vibe.
So I think that there's just a disconnect. I don't think that, of course, growing up that rich, there is some spoiledness to it. You grew up, I mean, come on, man. His daddy worked $300-400 million at one point in time. You're going to grow up a little spoiled, right? Yeah. But I also think that they have a closer relationship and understanding on business than most parents do. I think he tried. Yeah. For the most part, I always saw Romeo with him, and I'm sure contracts as you get older,
it changed.
You will look at a contract and be like, bro, come on. Whether it's your daddy, your best friend, whatever, like, come on, bro. I'm supposed to be
getting. I understand that part.
Right. Now, I get it. So I'm not mad at Romeo for saying, hey, bro, I deserve more on this end, and I get that.
He ain't getting no money, period. Hey, look.
Now, Romeo ain't broke. Look, Romeo ain't been broke his whole life.
He been, check this out. One thing I am, now I'm from that area I'm very familiar with, and I know how folks with money are, they would not give it up. They would, look, as long as you there, they'll take care of that. Let you drive the car, everything in their name. You can believe that. They'll give you a car, tell you it's yours, they'll put you in the house, all that in their name and their company name, period. And I'm quite sure Roman the same way. Pete did the same thing. Kept him in the house, this and that. He used them for his rap snacks. He used them. I'm talking about record label, all that. Romeo ain't received that one.
But how was I using you? Romeo ain't starting nothing. You hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like this my shit.
Got to reach, but no. He's got to reach 18 at some point, man.
No, true. But what I'm saying is, how am I using you when I created no limit?
I didn't have to put you on rap snacks.
Yeah, I created no limit.
Don't put me on it. Don't put me on it. Don't put me on damn rap snack. Don't put me on no TV. Don't put me on no videos. Let's do not do no music. Don't give me nothing. Because if you ain't got enough integrity as I'm a kid, I mean, you building for my future. Someday, I hope you thinking I'm gonna have a family too. I hope you don't think I'm gonna be a kid all my life, and I'm gonna depend on you. Hold on, I'm gonna depend on you. Now, while you doing all this, I understand you my parent. Okay, it takes money to make money, but what I need you to do is I need you to invest some of that. I need you to put an annuity up. I need you to do this because I'm gonna turn 18 one day, and I'm gonna be grown and want to have my own money. And so what he did, because I've seen this with somebody close. I've seen somebody, and I know how they are. When the smoke clear, as soon as you get mad and the smoke clear, the new conversation you have earlier, I'm gonna holler at you. Hey, look, I done been. Rip, go get my keys. I done been, look, man. I done been private to that straight out, so I know how that goes.
Right, but I will say though, like that is one situation, but we don't really know the inner workings of that to really say that. My take on it is this though, bro, is that when you're a parent and you had kids long enough, my son is just turned 19. What you learn is that it's always your fault, even when it ain't your fault. You feel me? And there's two ways to kill a plant. You feel me? There's many ways to kill a plant, but two ways are it can die of thirst or you can overwater it. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like in this case, Romeo was overwatered. You feel me? And I think it's some in the black community we love doing is saying that we're gonna give our kids the things we ain't never had. You feel what I'm saying? When we forget that the things we never had is what created the character that we have. The things that we never had is what led us to be in the positions that we're in. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes you can go through life and never struggle, and the second you encounter a problem, you think you're struggling when you're not really in the struggle. You feel me? Romeo, I don't think Romeo ever struggled a day in his life. You feel me?
so either.
And I think, but it's almost like the rich kids in Beverly Hills. Somewhere right now, there's a child in Beverly Hills ready to fucking commit suicide because his parents got them the 2019 BMW instead of the 2022. You feel what I'm saying? Problems we would love to have. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that sometimes we can be on the outside listening to somebody cry about something. You feel me? And we put the shit that we've been through in our struggles, and you feel me? And we see that in the way we struggle when it's not the same struggle. You feel what I'm saying? They crying from a fucking 18-bedroom mansion. You feel me? And you trying to put your Truman Arms life in comparison to that. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like
Very specific.
but it happens far too often. So it's just like to listen to him fuss about this. It's just like at the end of the day, that's why I say, even if it ain't P's fault, it's P's fault. It's not P's fault because, like you say, his upbringing was his upbringing. There's no book to this shit. You feel me? But at the same time,
it's his fault for that.
Like, and as a parent, bro, you gonna learn this too. That you gonna get resentment one way or another. You feel me? You feel me? You gonna get resentment because you didn't have time and you provided, or you gonna get resentment because you had time and you didn't provide. You feel me? Nobody is in position to do both. P wasn't in position to do both because when P was gaining his fame and his riches, Romeo was growing up. You feel me? So I'm out here making the money. You feel me? I'm sacrificing time to provide things for you. You feel what I'm saying? So now he was trying to put Romeo in a position to Romeo, because in order for you to be able to do both, you have to be provided with both. You feel me? You have to have a parent that's almost like rich when you born. You feel me? That got time. You feel me? That's when you get a good upbringing. Most of us don't ever get to see that. You feel me? So Romeo didn't get to see that. So that's why you can see his frustrations with his father is coming from a place of like, I ain't being loved. That's what the real argument is. The argument ain't really about the finances. That's just secondary. But it's about just like when his issue was, you showing love to this man who just committed suicide. But where was that when my sister was going through whatever she was going through? You feel me? Not understanding that, bro, P might not be able to identify with that because mental health wasn't a thing when P was growing up. You feel me?
Black people don't know.
Black people ain't know what the hell that was. We had traumas. We broke. Mental health was a term that just came about in like 2015, 12. We weren't talking about mental health. It ain't new either. That nigga crazy. You feel me? So anytime P went through something, it was that nigga crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So now this mental health shit, this man is learning this as a 50-year-old man. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll learn something, and by the time you learn it, it's too late. Maybe when his daughter had her issue, it was too late. But that taught him a lesson to move different. So now, I think it's just, bro. It's like, I think it's his fault, but it's not his fault, bro. And I can't be angry at a child for being mad at their father for something. You feel what I'm saying? Because the child don't understand either. You feel me? He don't understand. Like you say, he don't understand what P went through. He don't understand P's upbringing, and P don't understand this new generation shit either. Because he wasn't raised in that. Like they say, you can't teach an old dog new trick. You can go try to learn a new language right now. It's gonna take you a long fucking time.
Right.
You feel me? Because you already locked in your ways. You feel me? So I just think, bro, it's like it's a shitty situation to see them like going at it like that, and it's almost like neither side is like wrong, bro. The only thing wrong about it is that it's in the public.
But what point is it? I think that Romeo had some built up animosity, and then that was just my opportunity to jump the whole thing out.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But
he been waiting.
But black people had this thing. It is a cultural thing. You can say it ain't, but it is. We want to be that nigga, not a nigga.
A nigga, right?
That one person, right? You can see black. I'm a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, right? Jerry Jones, 376 years old. I don't think that nigga ever gonna die. He's so old that his children old as fuck. You get what I'm saying? When they sit up there in the booth, it's just some old men up there.
You don't know who the daughter, who the son.
Exactly, and they be like son and older. See, like all these niggas finna die, right? That's how old Jerry Jones is. But they don't try to succeed the father.
Right.
I'm gonna wait until he die. And then I'll be whatever. Like, so they understand pecking order. When you die, your death is when I take over everything. They're not trying to outdo the business from Pops.
You can't be the king until you can't be the king until the king dies.
Fact.
That's a tradition, though.
Yeah, it is a tradition.
That's a tradition.
It is. But because we're first time millionaires a lot of times, we don't understand how Romeo wanna be independent. Like, he watched his daddy make a deal or spend some money. In his mind, I wouldn't have spent it that way. I can't wait to get my own bread or my chunk of change so I can go show you what I'm doing, because black people don't understand. Wait till daddy die. It's gonna come to you. be a good servant to the king, so to speak, right? Who built it, and it's gonna come to you.
We be anxious. Different, but here's different.
How it's different.
It's not. Who
because
who played that perfect.
He had a hand in his.
You know who played that perfect.
He had a hand in it.
But the thing about it, Rip, though, he had a hand in it because he gave him a hand in it. You feel
he had enough.
He a good nigga.
He was rich.
From what I know,
that boy ain't really. He made some money off of him. But
listen, from what I know about P, P a good nigga. Like good hearted, just straight out. From what I know, I'm talking about just straight out. I ain't talking about what just kept saying. A good hearted nigga, and I think he's a fair dude. You know what I mean? And I know for certain, you know what I mean, that he paid niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because Chop and all them, he bought them nigga houses. I've been to him, cars, and straight out. You know what I mean? So he's a very good nigga. He's good hearted. Now they got problems in they relationship.
But see, this is the difference. But see, this is the difference in that though, Rip. That's why that's why what he's saying is like was so loud in the room to me. Is because the thing about it is, if I don't pay Chopper, right, that's different, right? Because Chopper ain't inheriting shit when I die. Right. If I don't pay Magic, bro, my thing is this: as my son, like let's say for instance, I got an empire, right?
It don't even matter.
And I put my son on. My son might not get shit. You feel me? You got fame. I'm building you a name. I'm building you a leg. When I die, you getting all that shit.
You got avenues.
I'm gonna tell you who played this shit perfect, right?
You got avenues,
bro. I can remember. Shout out to BL, my dog, right?
That BL.
Listen, his dad was Butch Lewis. You feel me? One time on BET. Legendary fight promoter. If you go look at old photos, you're gonna see him with fucking Denzel Washington. They like brothers. Right. Fucking Don King, Jay Prince, everybody. Butch Lewis was the man. That's BL's father, right? Mm-hmm. But when Butch Lewis was mega rich, right? But BL was here interning at Bodyhead. Yeah. Right? BL ain't have no money. You feel me?
Daddy was
BL ain't have no money.
No, he can just get it down.
He can get it, but I've never seen BL with a whole lot of money. You feel me? He was straight now. He wasn't starving. You feel me? But he was with us. We lived in an apartment together. It was me, him, Swells, Jizz off the label, and Deidre. We all lived in a 3-4. We all lived in an apartment together. BL was one of us, bro. You feel me? BL was one of us. But when that man daddy died, bro. If you go to BL Instagram right now, I'm gonna tag BL in this. You go to BL Instagram right now, he's living like his father lived. He got everything because he was a good servant. You feel me? And you never heard him say anything bad about his father. He never spoke out about his father, no matter what his father did. No matter how many times he told him no. He didn't have the empire when his father was alive. Nothing close to it. But you might have had a nice car. You might have had, he took care of him. But Pete took care of Romeo. We watching this.
That's it. But there's a difference though.
Romeo ain't never lived like BL.
But BL different though, man. BL different. Romeo got
Butch got more money than Master P.
He do, but the thing is, Romeo was brought in as a kid.
Butch richer than everybody.
Listen. Romeo accumulated his own fortune. This is all I'm saying.
He didn't though, Rip.
He did, brother. He did.
How? Through who?
P, check this out.
Through who?
P, first of all, P got the record label. P had to deal with Universal with No Limit. Right. That was a whole different. Him and the Soldier with Mia X and all them and
everybody.
With them, with all the with Mike and them. Romeo was a whole different deal on the side. He wasn't even included in it. He wouldn't got a whole different deal for Romeo. Yeah, he did, man.
That, though.
I got a question.
What I'm saying, I know he felt because he was his dad and he felt entitled like a parent.
How about this?
My child, I'm a blah blah blah. But you got to think, my child is going to grow up.
But it's not like Romeo got hot. Like Romeo didn't drop an album outside of his parent and got hot.
Man, like Romeo was selling shoes. He was selling clothes and shoes.
Yeah, so that's my point, though, Rip. How about this though? How would we feel about P?
Never sold.
How would we feel about P if this was the scenario, right? If he was doing all this No Limit shit, right? Magic, Chopper, everything hot in the world, right? And they say, well, you got a son that want to rap too. And P say, you know what? I'm not bringing my family into this business. You feel me? I'll take my son. I'll just take care of my son. You feel me?
That's different.
I'm not putting him in the rap industry. I'm not doing none of this shit. I'm not doing. We be complaining about that too.
No, we can't.
Why you ain't put him on? Your son rap. Your son want to do music. We do it all the time. If Michael Jordan's sons wanted to play basketball, and Mike said, I don't want that for my kids, we feel some way about it.
We talking about a difference from inheritance. We talking about a difference from inheritance and earning.
What I'm saying, if I never put you in position to earn, you can't earn.
but you my daddy, so it's going like
That's the
you know what I
problem
mean?
right
I ain't
there, though.
somebody on the
So
street.
you
That's
don't
the
get-
problem.
you don't get
I
no
ain't somebody on
credit
the street.
'cause I'm
It's
your
gonna be
daddy.
your fault either way.
Yeah, so, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. What I'm saying is, like, if he took him to court, they gonna make him pay him. You can believe
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Look here, you
but
kept
how
that
dirty
boy.
would it be?
You
How
made that boy.
wild would it be? Is this though, Rip? This is wild. This is
You
how
take
wild.
his kid,
This,
you
but this
take
how
his-
how wild you sound
you
right
take
now.
it- no.
Peep this though, right? Let's say you my brother, right?
You
That's
think
why
it's
Hold on, let's say you my brother.
Kardashian got
Like,
Yeah.
good
let's say you my brother.
contracts on all hers.
Let's say you my brother.
She the devil. I
And
like
I got you. I
Yeah,
owe you some
right.
money, right? I owe you some money from a deal we did. I ain't paid you yet. You hot at me, right? You take me to court, right? You get your few dollars, and I die, and you find out I took you out my will.
that was a whole wrong.
You
Now,
just
that's
ruined
fine.
everything.
Take them 10 million.
You take them 10 million,
But
you
the
miss out on
300 I
100.
die with,
I'm
I'm gonna give it to Chad.
Come on, man.
dispel that.
Yeah.
Look here,
give it to
Romeo was a brand.
No,
a
he
whole
was not.
brand. Look here.
Okay,
Look
I
here.
did grow
Check
up
this
like
out.
Romeo. I ain't gonna lie.
Romeo was a
But yeah,
whole
but,
brand, shoes, clothes.
He lived well.
all that.
No- nobody
For
had
kids.
on the little
Look
Romeo
here.
shoes.
Master P ain't no damn kid. Look
Right.
here, check this out. No. Not only did he transition Romeo from the kid part, but he transitioned him all
Okay,
the way
so
up into.
how much money you think he owed Romeo?
This after
How much money you think Romeo was worth from that time?
$75.
How much you think? How much money you think he accumulated over that time?
I have absolutely no idea, but I know that Master P was worth like 200 to 300.
Well, how about this though, Rip?
Million
How about this though? How about this though,
And
Rip?
Romeo might have made $5 million out of that whole thing.
But see, this what people ain't gonna say though, right?
He wasn't talking about let
But
me
Rip,
say,
but this is what people ain't gonna talk about though, Rip. People ain't gonna talk about this though, right? You want me to handle my business on the side of being your father and on the business side,
man.
right? But
Set me
how
something up,
about
like,
this though?
I can
What's
live
not
on my own.
happening though? What's not happening is I guarantee you, Pete done spent way more money on Romeo than he's
Watch
made
this.
off of Romeo.
Watch this, check this out. That nigga 31 years old and still live at home.
No, we don't live at home. He might live in a house that they own, but it's his home.
He
But-
don't
okay,
own.
how about this?
This is what he
But
telling
look-
you on
but
social
but
media.
cool, but-
He don't own nothing.
Why
He
do I
telling
got
you this.
when you die?
You gonna own everything. If you shut
Now
the
you
hell
know
up.
Bill Gates
What if I die
said his
first?
kids was only getting
What if I die first?
$250,000.
That's unfortunate.
Producer.
He gonna get some stuff.
That's unfortunate.
What if I
Listen.
That's
die
what I'm saying. He
first?
could have did that.
Huh? What if I die first?
let me-
Waiting on you to die.
But it's the same thing I
What if
tell.
I die first? Waiting on you to die.
But it's the same thing I tell women. If I'm paying, what you need it for? What
12.
Romeo need money
Well,
for?
I ain't going for that.
Exactly. When you
Look here.
got the black card.
How many
It's
kids
almost
you
like
got?
me giving you a
What
car.
do I need
How
money
you
for?
worry about the title?
I got these
Just
niggas.
try
What
them
they
motherfuckers.
age?
Facts.
10, 7, 3.
I'm sitting at my home with my 10-year-old child, my 7-year-old child, my 3-year-old child, nigga waiting on you to die.
Not hurting for nothing in the process.
Look here, check this out.
With a
Waiting on you
Bentley
to die.
outside.
Check this out.
With a
I'm waiting
Bentley
on you to
outside
die.
and
Full
everything.
refrigerator in the
Look here,
process.
check this out. I'm waiting on you to die.
I'm chilling.
I got coins.
I'll take the
Look
Bentley
here,
for a
I got
ride.
coins.
That man ain't got no
from doing
coins, bro.
shows. Look here, I got coins from doing shows as
That
a little
man ain't got no
kid.
coins, bro.
I'm
That
just
man
making. I'm
ain't
just
got
trying to make.
Yeah, you
it
making it.
I know you
That's why you
is, right?
stood
You
up.
making it.
You know you're wrong.
Coins.
When you stand up, that's when you know you're wrong.
I got coins on
another
my
thing.
feet
You gotta get
from
big.
being a kid.
Right.
I done missed so many birthday parties with friends from being a kid doing
Man, that
shows.
man ain't
I done
missed
did so many because I
nothing,
done had to do too many press conferences. I done had to dress up too many times.
I think this man really think Romeo was like a
Child slave
megastar.
labor. Yeah,
Like
he
this
was not a
nigga wasn't in
megastar.
sync. Like
Hold on.
no,
Hold on.
brother, Romeo
He
is not.
was big in the Bow
That
Wow
boy had
area.
that man had a small window, boy.
Boy,
How
a
much
small
did
nigga.
Romeo
Romeo.
make
Romeo,
doing the No
give me
Limit
a
Day?
chance.
Siri finna say, I cannot compute. Do not have any record of Romeo. Romeo and Juliet was a novel from the 1800s.
Exactly.
That man, they don't know who that
He had
man
a
is.
small window,
brother.
real. And Peter spent way more money than he done made off that
Yes.
man, bro. I raised you. I took care of you. I bought you cars. I bought you clothes.
And the little baby rap snacks is the
Look how
best
he looking
ones
at the screen.
anyway.
He tell you he finna find shit.
That's where you gotta look for that extra shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't find it. Hey, listen though.
Alright,
Romeo
so
biggest
I'm just gonna
thing,
look
he
at
was
his
on
records
MTV
here.
Cribs. He was a young kid with his own
What's
house.
his big? Watch this. Watch this.
That was his
What's his
daddy.
biggest song, Rip?
Romeo, give me a
Rip.
chance.
What's Romeo's biggest song?
To be mine.
What's the name of the album? What's the name of the
And
album?
that's a Jackson royalty. How much you think that cost to clear? How much you think that song cost to clear?
Right, that's a sample.
Yeah, you think Romeo paid that?
That's a sample.
Yeah.
You so right.
How much it is to clear Jackson
This
5
motherfucker
record?
ain't thought about the money the labels wanted or none of that.
He wouldn't go.
Yeah, Siri. No, put it in the microphone. Let Siri tell me.
Said,
Siri.
Hold on.
Yeah, Siri. That's when you know you're wrong. Siri.
He on Android. He ain't got Siri.
Nah, Siri don't even recognize.
You got green message energy.
I don't want them to ask
They
me
get an article. A long ass article.
Yeah, that's how you know you tipsy on the Android. Siri. You know? Android like, bro.
I'm sick of this shit.
Bro,
Stop calling me
Yeah,
that.
that's Alexa.
What it say? Wrong bitch.
Funny.
Yeah.
How much did Romeo clothing make back in the No Limit days?
Back question.
Yeah, did Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
That shit popped up in
Yeah,
Shakespeare
yeah.
language.
That's who they owe some money to. That nigga.
That's funny as hell.
How much did Romeo apparel make back in the No Limit days?
Man, you can ask it 1,000 times, man. It ain't. I don't even know what he. I didn't even know he had clothes.
Romeo and Juliet came up again.
Again.
I mean,
We wasn't wearing
Dow
those
cannot
clothes.
compute.
That's too fucking funny.
Man.
He said all my siblings. This Master P. This Romeo. He said all my siblings are broke. Everybody. Master P got everybody broke. Come on, hey, look.
Hey,
This all I'm
listen,
saying.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
You can't play Romeo. We don't wanna hear Romeo
You know what's
say
wild,
nothing
12?
Hey, this
You know
is
what's
all-
wild?
we
You
know,
know what's wild?
yeah.
No
This
matter
all
how
I'm
much
saying.
money I ever had, my kids was broke too. But they ain't hurting for nothing.
Facts. My daughter broke right now. With
Hey, don't be
everything,
broke with everything.
with more shit than a rich person got. I mean, like a grown person got.
You
And
niggas
bro,
ain't rich like P.
Facts. My
Y'all
daughter
ain't
don't-
rich
What
like
I'm
P.
telling you is that no matter how much money you got, bro, I don't know.
So
I don't
tell me
know.
something.
It's very few millionaires who I watch and they kids are just like mega rich
Because
outside of
but
them.
First of
But
all,
tell me,
but
what
why
you
would I
said-
let
what
you
you
fuck
set
my
up-
empire up? You don't even understand what it took to build this.
Right.
That's
I
why.
was gonna
That's
say
why the
that.
fathers don't just hand you over the shit. I will groom you until my death, and I hope you got it from here. But I'm not
Fact.
gonna give it to you.
Y'all-
when
I
you
ain't
don't
that's
even
what
out there
I'm
trying to give my son nothing while I'm alive.
And Master P came up with like if
Y'all
anybody
talking
no,
knows.
you- your boy-
about
your boy
y'all
got an
talking about
empire.
somebody that's rich and that have children. I'm just
Yeah.
taking care of my children. I am actually talking about a child that has to work like John Benet Ramsey, that had to model all that, and you been taken care of, but they didn't slap so much makeup on the girl's face and dresses. And
Man, he wasn't working in the Levi factory, man. He was on stage rapping, man.
having a good time.
That man wasn't working in the
that boy
sweatshop.
work. That young boy work. For a kid, that's work.
Roy kid wasn't rich either. They work.
But look at
They
Shantae's
got-
son.
They got jobs.
Look at Shantae's
That's-
son.
they ain't got- but
that
that-
was 3D.
Right, but
Roy
that-
twins.
but
and
Rick,
Shantae's
everything happened
Her
for-
son, and he's
But everything happened for DeLon
He's,
happened outside of that. He did it on his own.
Yeah, but
Ain't nobody
see,
do nothing
he
for
took that and
DeLon.
ran with it.
I can't even give credit for Bodyhead.
Yeah, not for that.
No, man.
Yeah,
That man
no,
became a
yeah.
star on his own. He's the cat. You watch the Dahmer series? He's the one that was on the bus.
Yep.
Yeah, he used to be with Bodyhead.
Well, before we go, we coming back. I'll save Meg and Tori for.
Oh.
I know you won't, but I'll say that for a whole. Before we go, hey, gonna snitch or no?
Gonna snitch.
Yeah.
You know why?
Let me.
How could he not be? You finna explain how he
Oh,
cannot
I'm
be?
finna tell you about the 5 years, the federal 5.
I ain't even
Like,
that. It's the fact that he acknowledged YSL as a gang rather than a record label. Boom.
Worst
That's
case,
it. That's how you get a RICO charge.
I'm almost gonna say he up under K5, what they call K5.
Okay.
Tell the listener, because everybody ain't been down through that now.
All right, now I don't know how they still right there. I've never been to feds, but I had my fair share of time. You know,
I don't quite believe that. Now. That's the only story you said. I don't quite believe. Now,
I never been. I done been in prison 3 times.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to
I
feds.
knew you were close.
But I am familiar with some of the ins and outs of the situation, that type of stuff. But feds, I know that back in the day they used to call it K5, especially them little sentences where Gunna got the little 5 years, the 4 suspended and all that. What they do within the 5-year period, they cut a deal with you, whether they do it publicly or in the background. Gunna, I'm quite sure if he don't finish that 500 hours, I don't know what type of deal intricately he got, but you have to come back and end up testifying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know he say he not. Maybe they told him he did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they playing it. The Fed, they play dirty. Maybe they gave him that deal and don't even call him back. But just by giving him that, then you make all them other niggas start telling.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they want. They just want everybody telling each other.
And
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
That's all that was.
people are under the illusion too, though. I'm not saying that he snitched or not snitched. I think people are under the illusion that
He
when
may
you
not
become
have.
an informant, you tell and you free. It don't work like that.
Yeah,
Bitch, as long as you want to stay free, you gonna be
gonna
telling.
work. But he may
You
not
gonna be
have
working.
said anything.
Yeah.
They may have just made it appear to look like that.
So
for-
You know,
Other
but
people.
you know what's wild though? There's no way to make that look like anything.
No, no, no.
That
He
was
said
what it
YSL
was.
the game.
No,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is they
just
may
should've
have gave
said
him a
that
deal
shit.
where he said like when he said like I ain't saying that he may not have said
He may not have.
anything.
Yeah.
They may have just sent him out, pushed him out the door,
But sometimes-
and put that
but some-
target on his back like
Yeah, but sometimes,
We got you. We gonna get
sometimes
the
you
rest
could.
of y'all.
But sometimes you could not
Right.
say something and say everything.
Thing.
Like he might not have gave he might not have
He wasn't
admitted
wrong
to
about the
anything or said anything. But what happens
wasn't
is
wrong
when
about
they say
telling
some
that.
shit like when they say some shit like you do recognize YSL
Yeah,
as a gang, and you
Oh,
say
God.
yes. Okay,
Yes,
once you
just
do that,
told. You just
okay, that's
told.
all we need you for.
we need to establish that.
That's it.
Yeah, once we got that established,
now
all
we
right,
can
you
rest
good.
on all these
Yeah,
other
Now we can
people.
cook the rest of these motherfuckers.
Cause
Exactly.
now that means it's like
And
I
then-
did it. I was in Law Academy in high school, so I could go to
Well, go
Woodward.
ahead,
Law
then, Law.
Academy.
And I just remembered that the lingo was the most important part and how it is positioned.
Sure, legally is
like
always
you have to position it correctly for it to mean certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't understand the breakdown of the words prior and preceding the other ones, you will not be able to. All he acknowledged was YSL a gang.
That's all they need.
That's all they needed for it to be established that we can now have what we need to do for RICO charges
everything
because
we
it
thought
has
they
to be a
was,
gang
yeah.
organization.
Everything we thought they
You
was.
never
and
hear the
this
mob
is
say
Let me explain.
mobsters.
But let me explain a little something to you. I'm not saying he's a snitch or
Or
not a snitch.
me
I
neither. I'm
gotta,
just saying he
I
got
gotta see,
tricked.
I gotta see the case play out. If you
Yeah.
show up to testify,
Would you buy something
should-
from him?
would I buy something from him? Hell no. but listen, I wouldn't have bought nothing from him prior to the
Right,
like,
right.
He don't give me that vibe. But
Right.
what he signed was called an Alpha plea. Okay,
Yeah.
Alpha plea comes from I think it was Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
A gentleman by the name of Alpha was facing first-degree murder and the death penalty. Right. So he ended up signing what's called an Alpha plea. It's named after him now. He took a plea because of I'm not saying that I did this murder, but the fear of the death penalty is not worth the risk of me going
Going to
right?
trial, right.
So even though I am innocent and I didn't do any of these things, I fear death. So that's where my plea comes from. That's illegal. You can't shake your head.
They can call it Alpha. They can call it
No,
what?
but now,
But go
see,
ahead, let him
now
finish.
you
Go
can't
ahead.
do that. But see,
Go
you
ahead,
have to understand, and that's why they put this out. And this is what I believe they did to Gunna, right? They ran a double cross on Gunna. They
Yeah.
they didn't have shit on Gunna for
No.
real, for real.
Right.
Yep.
They were just gonna make him sit in prison and wait that shit out, though,
Yeah.
right? Which
Right.
he understand he don't. Gunna wasn't involved in none of that shit.
Yeah.
Gunna ain't shooting nothing. He ain't pay nobody to do nothing. He wasn't even that kind of cat, right? But you caught up in the whole RICO.
Yeah.
He was just gonna have to ride it out. What they got him to do was, people don't understand what kind of pleas it is. Now, I don't know whether they did that shit in open court, but the last that I never seen a plea hearing be open court for you to film. You ever
Me
seen that
either.
before?
No.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen nobody plea.
But I
be-
know that stuff is
a
different
trial is
now.
a trial
Yeah.
is right.
Yeah, I think because
So
it's
cool.
so high profile. That's
Yeah.
why though. But go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. So they got him to take his plea, knowing that what he says in that Alpha plea cannot be used against in court. He don't have to, according to the plea, he does not have to go testify, right?
Gotcha.
He is also maintaining his innocence. I'm just saying this to take my plea. That's what the Alpha is, right? So they cannot go use that in court. But if I put that out to the media, I know motherfuckers gonna hit. No, I heard what you said.
Right.
You ratting on your dog. Now that gets the other ones who's sitting in there holding it
Now
down.
they ready to
they
tell.
don't. You think them niggas read what an Alpha plea was?
No.
They're like, oh man, fuck that. Hey,
I'ma
bro,
tell
we
too.
out of here.
Yeah.
And them the ones that's gonna testify
Yeah.
against them.
And you heard the other phone
put
call?
facts.
Yeah, you heard the phone. Mom
Fact.
saying, "Hey, you got shit going on out here now. You got to come on home." And he like, "Yeah, you right,
You right?
you right, you all right, yeah." So that makes sense.
They put that shit out
Yeah,
there because
just
they
a
knew
no
the average
contest,
person wasn't
no
gonna know,
contest.
and the rest of them niggas was gonna be like, well, fucking.
And
we out
Thugger's
here.
sister did. You seen Thugger's sister video?
And that's why she
And
said,
she's like,
she said,
"Shut
stop
up.
calling
Y'all
him a
don't know."
snitch. Y'all
Yeah.
don't know what's
Y'all
going
don't know what's going
because
on.
that pressure
Yeah.
gonna break the rest of them now, right?
And she said, please stop doing that. Please,
Gun-
if y'all love Thugger, stop
Gonna
doing
look
that.
real good going home in that Maybach, didn't he? You think them folks in jail ain't see that?
He ain't duck that, man. They cook,
He-
baby.
Yep.
Yeah, but the DA also made some mistakes. She clearly wants some kind of political officer. She
She
jumped
do.
the gun on a
She
lot of
do.
shit. Like you saw the cell phone got thrown out,
Yeah.
right? That's gonna fuck him up big time, right?
Thugger's gonna be released.
I ain't gonna say he's gonna be
No, I think
released.
them
He
niggas
got a
gonna
lot of
turn- they gonna-
charges.
they
He
gonna
just,
turn
Thugger
he
on
just
gonna
might
get
not
out.
get. He might
They
not
gonna
get
turn
killed. How
on.
people think he gonna get
Right.
killed.
And they said they got a legal warrant to get the Hertz records for the rental car. So that means
That's what
whatever
I'm
you
saying.
found
It's
in the
a
rental
lot of
car
stuff
is no
that's
longer.
gonna be
Yeah,
dismissed.
she fucked up a lot of
Yes,
shit though.
that's
So
what
I
I'm
believe
saying.
that's why she went with the Gunna play. I believe that's why like they got
But see, but like
that
you
shit
said-
gonna be embarrassing.
but-
If that
but-
nigga get out,
But what's gonna fuck
she
him up?
embarrassed.
But
She done.
what's gonna fuck him up though is
Yeah.
the other motherfuckers
Yeah.
testify.
Yeah.
That's gonna bring everything back to life.
Facts.
Because now I don't need the cell phone if I got a motherfucker gonna tell me what happened.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't need none of that.
and
So if everybody be quiet, then he got a shot.
Then he
but
got a
that's
shot.
but out of if you got 3 people involved in something, your chances of somebody not talking is slim.
Man, you
but if
could.
you got how many people they arrested?
17, 22,
You
something
dead.
like that. Yeah.
Good.
But think about it. If you a young cat in prison, you don't know nothing about nothing. Half them cats ain't
Them
finished
niggas
school or
playing
nothing.
musical chairs.
And them boys saw that man Gunna getting that Maybach and ride home. You think I'm finna ride this shit out?
Right.
No, I'm
No,
telling.
I'm telling.
And I didn't read what an Alfred plea was. I don't even have no attorney for
I'm
real.
just, I'm just envious. I'm jealous.
I'm finna
hot.
tell for real.
Yeah.
For real.
And that's the difference though. Gunna ain't gonna have to go to court.
'Cause the way
to
them boys
that's why his
feel,
lawyers say
everybody-
his
yeah.
lawyers say he don't gotta testify. You know.
Yeah.
But
I know this is selfish. This is probably wrong to say, but we gonna get a good album out of it.
I think he done because the average common man they gonna view him as a snitch. They gonna view him as he cooperated.
Well, you
Any
forget,
form of
Gunna
cooperation.
That shit
already
ain't
has-
stop 6ix9ine. We live in a
But
different culture.
Gunna
But
has
no-
started switching sides more. A lot of girls like his music more.
Yeah, but nobody really ever thought 6ix9ine was one of them ones. Everybody knew he was a bitch ass nigga. He just
Yeah,
ran,
but-
he ran with some real niggas.
But bro, we live in a culture to where people don't even care about
But
that thing.
6ix9ine fans are not street niggas.
Right. Yeah.
Gunna and them had a street
Right,
fan.
but,
base.
but bro, but there,
So they
but there are street niggas that snitch and get out, and niggas accept them right back
Sure,
again.
at
So,
1000%.
so that's all I'm saying is that I don't think it's
1000%.
gonna, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
they
gonna hurt as
wearing
much
these
as we
niggas.
want.
They wearing these
Because-
niggas like
and on top of that,
bracelets.
like
Mhm.
that- it's just black. I think our culture in general though has we forget shit real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? No matter you can do some fuck shit to us, and we
Selective
right back
think-
on it. Just like it
selective
could be
memory.
Gucci, it could be anybody. We right back in it in a minute.
But I
We'll
think that
forget.
depends on Thug. If Thug still vouch for him after the sentence, I think he's straight.
That's the difference.
Straight,
Thug
yeah.
gonna have to keep that going.
Thug
If
gonna
he
keep
can
that going.
survive.
Yeah, Thug gonna have to keep that
Somebody-
going. And if
Oh,
he get locked up long enough, we'll forget about him and gonna be just
Yeah.
fine.
But
Yeah.
Gunna ain't gonna get killed because Thugger know it can't be used. To get, this is a common man though. That's why his sister said what she said. She said, "Y'all stop saying that shit because he ain't
like that.
He
But
techni-
Thugger
no,
ain't
but
stupid
he
either though.
they don't want the pressure of him being known as a snitch because the other people are really going to snitch.
snitch.
They Thugger know because he got. You think the attorneys didn't talk?
Yeah.
Of course they
So
did.
they want everybody to leave Gunna alone so that the other people don't flip.
So they won't.
Yeah.
So, right. They
Yeah.
got-
And if something happens to
exactly.
him, there's more pressure on Thug too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's more pressure
So
on him.
technically, would I had done it? Fuck no, because I know what the play you trying to run on my dog, and I
Right.
know y'all don't have shit on me. I'm gonna ride these 2-3 years out of prison, get out and be bigger than ever because I held it down. It's just common sense.
Right.
He didn't think that shit through.
Right, because
But
he
they
ain't built
ran-
like that. He
right.
wired
Yeah.
like that.
They just
He was the
ran
first
double
one I
cross
knew
on
was gonna get out.
Yeah.
If anybody got out, I knew it was gonna be him first.
He asked some simple questions. So I ain't gonna testify.
Man, you a
I
girl
get to
boots. You
get out.
getting out. You ain't sitting in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got no pair of girl thigh high
Well,
boots. I know you ain't
say,
staying
now,
in
they, now
jail.
they say Thug was unaware of his plea deal.
Who? Now they lawyer. You had. If y'all got two big lawyers like that in Atlanta, y'all
They
know
talking.
what was going
Yeah,
on.
they talking.
They got two of the biggest multi-million-dollar attorneys.
Gotta
in-
bring Lo.
Who?
Lauren. Y'all had her on before. She's in law school.
Oh,
in
she's in
Atlanta.
law. Yeah, she can explain what an alpha is. But that's what it is, though. I mean, I know a little something
Come
about
on,
something.
well, you said alpha, but
Yeah,
no contest. Plea, no contest.
That's
Damn,
about-
plea deal,
yeah,
no contest. Same
yeah,
thing. It's
yeah.
the same thing. No contest.
Well-
I done took a couple of.
I have
them.
too. Yeah, that's what I took in my case was just like I ain't admitting to being guilty and I ain't fighting it either because they were just like, bitch, we gonna give you 10 or you can take this fucking 1 and 5 years probation.
Right.
But just you got to
Yeah.
plead no contest, and I'm just like, bro, I ain't fighting this shit, and I just let them have it.
I just played no
And
contest.
then my
Time
record
got
got
probation.
wiped and everything. I ain't had to
I just
I
took
ain't had to take nothing. You feel me?
4
So
years.
yeah.
You just take the deal they offer. But that's the technicality. The law is deeper, and I think they kill a lot of black people with not a lot of people. I ain't gonna just put it on us.
You
A lot of
better
people
know
don't understand the law.
Law. No,
So
yeah.
and they say ignorance is no excuse, and I think that's why they beat us up a lot, and that's why people jumped out the gate on Gunna. But they ran a double cross on that dumbass nigga too. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, he just wanted to get out.
Yeah.
He just
Like,
He just want to
all
come.
do
He
it.
just want to come home. You said he wasn't wrong. You said he wasn't wrong. Who want to come
They did
on?
exactly what they wanted to let him sit for a while. They know he
Yeah,
ain't
but
built like that.
bro,
Let
it's
him sit a few
2022
months.
finna be
He crying.
2022 finna be 2023. If you looking for somebody to hold it down and
Man,
not
they got-
snitch
I
in
don't
this
know why they
times,
got
bro,
the heat on.
good luck.
These niggas finna-
Good luck.
Yeah.
If you looking for somebody to ride it through something,
You have a
good
cocktail-
luck.
You have a cocktail.
A motherfucker ain't finna take 30 days without
These niggas
telling
got
on
the
your ass,
heat-
let alone
heat
30
on
years.
with about 3 sets of clothing.
And the richer a motherfucker it is, the harder it is to get him to hold it down. Cause like, bro, you think that man finna stand there and not be around?
I'm warm blooded. You hotter than me?
Huh?
You sweating? You hot?
You know he a pastor,
don't-
man. You know
oh,
pastor
okay.
got to wipe and they sweat
Well,
for nothing.
hey, look, I'm ready to
said
hit a sermon.
That's that Stetson you got on. They
said
can let that
Stetson.
cologne make you hot. Yeah.
Brooke,
You smell like a barbershop cake. I like that shit. Every time you turn, I be like, man, I'm gonna get my hair cut, man. I like that shit, man. That shit got there. That's how you smell leaving the barbershop. Yeah. Hey, man, close us out, man. Hey, first episode back. I know we rested. Hey, appreciate you coming, man. Absolutely. I appreciate your first episode back. So we all rested, so I don't know how the conversation gonna come off on camera, but I enjoyed the shit out you. Man, you welcome back anytime in my book. I appreciate you coming through, brother. Absolutely.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah.
I halfway enjoyed myself.
I understand.
halfway.
Yeah, I halfway enjoyed. I didn't know I was gonna be sitting next to a nigga in a tank top.
Listen, I know when I came in, I said, I know this nigga went to prison. He wasn't getting the seat till I got over here. He was like, nah, you can't go behind me. I like, bro, it's all good.
That same thing we said when you had the tank top on.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
y'all think Roy would be, man? I'm 280 pounds, man.
Hey, I'm talking about
You out here weight class by far.
Hey, Roy, whooping a tank top until full sleeve.
Nah, listen. I can't wait to beat y'all hero. What was that movie he was doing? Is this y'all king? What movie was
man,
that?
you know what it be hard?
Look, I'm gonna set something up.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about that next time
Jones,
too.
if
We're
you
gonna talk
can.
about that next time.
Roy, if you can, I know if you get a hold of this and somebody tell you about this.
Be over. This thing
Look.
is wild.
I know you be out at the ranch. I ain't been out at the ranch in a lot of
I
years.
bump into Roy every week in the almost every week at the playing ball in Gulf Breeze.
Okay, hey, if you can, and we can get at them 12 out there to the ranch to your little spawn.
No,
you got a ring out
you ain't
there.
finna give me, but
And
y'all like,
clock
I'm
this-
not
hey,
getting in no
clock this
boxing
nigga
ring.
like one of
let
them
me
chickens.
let me be clear for Roy and the chickens. I'm not getting in no boxing ring with Roy
You say you
Jones.
want to
Bro,
fight
you
Roy on the
talking-
stairs.
No, he wanted to be on the back
I
of the alley
just
like a
said,
regular
I just
club
said
fight.
that if I met Roy out and he took my parking space and I didn't know he was Roy Jones, I'm gonna whoop Roy. That's my parking spot. He gonna have to get up out of there.
Man, look, make sure you got somebody with a camera to
Listen,
catch this nigga
all I
reaction when
want,
you
but
walk
y'all
up.
Roy
gonna
gonna
be
beat his
so
ass under the
y'all gonna
car.
be so mad. But here go the funny part though. Roy is who he was. He was who he was though. Bro, do you?
Was who he is who he is.
Well,
What
that's
you talking
fine. That's
about?
fine. That's cool. But them hands don't work like they used to. So, but they
They
are.
ain't got to, but they still laying.
That ain't
like
fine.
they
But let me
used
be
to,
clear
nigga.
to you. You won't walk past people as strong as me every day. I don't think people understand that. I got size on me, but I got elite strength. You don't walk past me as strong as me on a daily
Check this
basis.
out.
No, listen to me what I'm telling you.
extra
In Pensacola, I am the strongest person you have walked past probably the entire year that you've been walking,
You
whether in
might be.
Walmart, other cities. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm being dead
Goliath
serious.
was the same way.
Yeah, that's fine. And unless he got a rock, he ain't gonna make it. unless
need
Roy,
to sling
when
the rock.
you see Roy pull that rock out of his pocket, you be like, man, what Roy got going
Hey,
on?
look.
He gonna know something.
Roy ain't as fast as he used to be, but them hands are stacked.
When I grab Roy
They gonna
and them
keep-
knees touch, y'all gonna know it's a wrap. Y'all gonna be,
Oh
hey,
my
hey,
God.
y'all gonna be, hey, 12, hey, 12.
You ain't even gonna get
Don't-
up on
His
him.
shoe gonna come off.
Y'all be thinking like this nigga got this is hands. It's not a bullet.
Man, it's gonna be a quick two-piece.
Man, y'all
bullet
swear a
bitch.
nigga be so fast. This ain't a cartoon. That nigga quick.
I think though, but that's
Yes.
why they have weight
Goodness.
classes and fights though, because
Yeah.
Thank you.
a guy
It's
200, that's an average boxer will give a guy 140 hell
Yes.
if he lean on him
Yeah.
and grab him. That's why Tyson Fury
That's
unbeatable.
if you got to
'Cause
go
he's so
all
fucking
them
big.
rounds. That's if you got to go all them rounds. But when a nigga putting them hands on you on a
Ain't
consistent,
no hands if a
He
motherfucker
ain't
grab
gonna
you.
get his hands
decent.
up.
grab how?
The story that they
Go hit
talk
your
about
daddy
with
on
Fat
your
Joe,
throat.
what
Go
Fat
hit
Joe
your
said
daddy
he
on
did
your
to
throat.
Roy.
Go hit your
Grab them
daddy on your
hands.
throat.
Grabbed his hands.
Didn't
And
know
he-
this what happened. That well, let me leave that alone.
Yeah, we want to
I'm
tell
gonna leave
her.
that alone.
Yeah, I'm
Fat
just
Joe,
telling
he
you.
told a damn lie.
Hey, Roy.
Fat Joe
Leave that alone.
told us. He told the truth.
Hey, Roy, don't you
He
sneak me.
lied.
Don't you punch me
Well,
out in public, Roy.
Hey,
He
look
told the
here.
truth. I was right there. He told the
Fat
truth.
Joe, when he came around, didn't he try to sneak out? That
Hey,
nigga was trying to
Anxiety
sneak out.
Podcast, y'all tune into the next
I know
time.
he
We
could,
out of
but
here.
He was trying to sneak out.